bigger than Puka Nacua, who's one of the best players this league has.
It's not only the receivers and Puka and Devontae, what they do. The backs both play a role. Corum as well as Williams. They have
Let's go. We are here. Let's go. Shout out to everybody that was in the last stream. We had a good ass stream. We back. Let's go. 3 and out. Seahawks gonna get the ball.
Punt team, it's a 3 and out.
Yeah, combination.
I got my popcorn ready.
A little bit of rush, and he actually makes a great throw. Greek Woolen just underneath is kind of the only place Matt.
Got my popcorn ready. All right, now let's go. We back. Shout out to all you guys, man. We had fun last stream. Let's see what happens this game, right? Let's see what happens. We are back, and I got my popcorn ready. So you about to cook you some tacos, Donald? What type of tacos you be eating? Like hard shell, soft shell, and what you put in yours? Let me know. I'm having fried fish tonight after the game. I'm cooking some fried fish, steam some sausages with broccoli. You know like the Hillshire sausages. Cut them bad boys up. Put that in the steamer with some broccoli. That's what I'm having. Some fried fish. That's what I'm having. But yeah, greedy shit. Yeah, I got my popcorn. That's what I'm talking about. Here we go. Here, hopefully this game is better, y'all. Hopefully this game is better. But yeah, man, that was a nice one. That was a nice live, man. Shout out to all you guys for real. Let's see what happens this game. So it's official. New England Patriots, number 2 seed, is in the Super Bowl. New England Patriots, I repeat, New England Patriots is in the Super Bowl. Number 2 seeded New England Patriots is in the Super Bowl. Who are they going to go against? Sam Darnold and the Seattle Seahawks? Or Matthew Stafford and the Los Angeles Rams? Or are one of them going to get hurt and a substitution comes in, which I won't be surprised if that happens this game. Like I said, I think that's going to happen, but we shall see. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to the new guys. I see some new people here too. I really really fuck with y'all. I appreciate it. Y'all could be anywhere in the world, but you here. We have fun here, right? Thanks for the thumbs up. I appreciate all that. Seriously, I do. It's gonna be a good one, man. This is. I know a lot of you guys is on Seattle. I know there's guys on a lot of guys on the Rams as well. So to me, I'm gonna call this a 50-50 more than the Patriots Broncos game, right? Yes, and make sure y'all hit that like button too. Last stream, what we had, Jalen? I think we finished with maybe about 130 people watching. That was nice. That was nice. If we get the same back, if it happens, it happens. But if I get half of that, I appreciate all you guys. This is where the fun begins. So, let's see what's going on.
All of a sudden, Seattle is down inside the 10.
Yep.
Let's go back to the big one to Rashid for 51 yards.
Yeah, when you're the quarterback and you have that speed matchup on the right side of the field, as soon as he's just verifying that the safety's not going to give him any support, and then he makes a decisive throw, ends up being a...
Currently, you can get the Rams out of +4.5 right now, y'all. You can get the Rams out of +4.5 because Seattle's damn near almost at the goal, but they are at the goal. So, you know what I thought about something too? You know, the Patriots versus the Seattle Seahawks rematch because of the dumb shit that happened. But you know what? What if something dumb happens this game, the game that Tom Brady actually is calling, instead of the Super Bowl? You guys ever thought about that? What if we get something? What if we get some 100 and you said 130 people that was in the live, 65-ish liked it. We got to have a little bit more than that. Which that was kind of over. That was like half. So let's at least have it like that again. If we have 80 people, let's at least have 40 likes. At least. But yeah, I thought about that. What if we see something stupid happen the game that Tom Brady is calling instead of the Super Bowl? Because everybody's anticipating on, you know, what happened with your man Russell Wilson, you know, last, you know, couple years, not couple years ago, but like damn near like 10 years ago, 10, 11 years ago, right? Oh, well, I'm just saying. Never know. Yeah, it look like they're gonna get the touchdown though. Yeah, they got the touchdown. They got the touchdown. Touchdown Seahawks. I saw this coming. They're very excited. I wonder if a blowout is going to happen. So there you go. Seahawks on the board first. And you can currently get the Rams right now, people. You can currently get the Rams at a 6.5 right now with -120, right? For the money line, you can get them at a +230. So with the -6.5 for the Seahawks, it's at a -106. And a money line itself, you can get them at a -280. So to make a long story short, with the money line, you can get the Seahawks at a -280 right now, or you can get the Rams with a +210 on the money line as we speak right now. And the current line is 6.5. 6.5. So to me, I don't like that. You got to give me a touchdown or better. 7.5, 8. Maybe we could talk about something. Other than that, 6.5 for this particular type of game, I don't know. I don't like that. Unless it's just set for Seattle to blow them out. Because the line did stay at 2.5, people. I repeat, it stayed at 2.5 and it didn't go nowhere at all. So that's something to watch out for. Shout out to my man Reginald Durden. I'm saying it right? With Reginald Durden 7280 with the super chat. With the $5 super chat. You guys see it. Shout out to him. I gotta drop a bomb for Reggie. He said, what's your prediction for Seahawks versus Rams? Be fire. Me personally, I'm rolling with the Rams. Now, you know what? It's a little backstory with that. If you go into my older lives, you'll see, I think I was like damn near the only person that was predicting the Seahawks to go to the Super Bowl, which is crazy. It's still up there. You can look it up. It's like lives from like 3 months ago and so. Sam Darnold to the Super Bowl. Seahawks to the Super Bowl. It's still up there. So I had predicted them to go to the Super Bowl. Yes, I did. This season. Now as far as the Rams, the reason why I'm saying Rams is because I always have the Rams there. I've always put them there as a default team to go to the Super Bowl ever since the whole Missouri with the Chiefs and the Rams started, you know, just so I could be transparent with people so they can understand where I'm coming from. That's the reason why this game it's kind of, I hate this game because these were the two teams that I actually had in my mind, and obviously somebody has to win. So that's the reason why I hate this game, right? Always had the Rams in default. You know, people that been here already, you know, they been knew that. But the Seahawks was the team that I told everybody to watch out for in the beginning of the season. And sure enough, guess what we got? Rams versus Seahawks in a conference championship. So it's like it's, you know, I don't, it's a bittersweet thing as far as my predictions, you know. Can look at it as a good thing, but I kind of hate it in a way, to tell you the truth, because one of them have to lose. Right? One of them has to lose, so that's the part that I hate. But I feel good that I was on point with, you know, the shit I was saying. Yeah. But ultimately, because of the situation with the whole what's going on this year with the number 14 and things like that, you know, Sam Darnold can represent the Super Bowl with number 14. But the Rams, there's a lot of clues for the Rams to go as well. So we shall see what the hell is going to happen, just as long as it's not a goddamn blowout. You know, and you know, I see a lot of people. There's a lot of people on Seattle. So shout out to y'all. I don't blame y'all for being on Seattle, man. Only thing I can say is I told people about Seattle, man, back when they wasn't doing nothing. I'm like, yo, watch out. Forget about them 49ers. Fuck the 49ers. Pay attention to them. Pay attention to them Seahawks. Sure enough, look what we got here, right? So we shall see what happens in this game. So shout out to you, Reg. You know? Yeah, Darnold, yes, new number. Darnold got paid. He got paid this year. And the crazy part about it is, I had something to say about him getting paid too. If Seattle wins new number, then we'll speak on that, because there is something I have in my notes to talk about him getting paid. It's something more to that. Yeah, yeah. Seattle celebrating too early. Come on, D. Come on, D. You know how that goes, man. You know how that goes. You know how that goes. It looks too suspect, right? It looks too suspect. Like to me, New England celebrating too early on that last game. I don't know. I think they're gonna have a meltdown in the Super Bowl. They'll have a meltdown. That's just me though. But we shall see when it happens. We do know whoever wins this game is going to be the favorite for the Super Bowl by 3.5 points. So it's like, are we going to get a whole bunch of favorites winning? Right? Because the Rams are underdogs now. They can actually win the game as an underdog, and then we'll see what happens in the Super Bowl with a favorite. Or do the Patriots win the Super Bowl in 2 weeks, because the Patriots will be underdogs? Too many favorites have been winning too. I've been saying that. Patriots just won the game. If Seattle wins this game, that's 2 favorites going 2-0 for the day. Now we got the Super Bowl. Is the dog going to win this time? That's something that I think we forgetting. Yes, the Broncos, yeah, new number 7. Remember, the Broncos scored the first touchdown too. I mean, Hulk Boy says the Rams are going to have to struggle to be in the bowl. I believe that too. It's not going to be so sweet. It's not going to look so good, right? I do agree with that. Double P says Darnold returning to California, where he played college. Mendoza won in Miami. Where's Donald from? He played in Cali, but he's not a California boy, right? Rams comeback. Seattle's winning today. Donald got paid. I just read that. Cactus Jack in the building. He says, "Sup, be fire." NFL script writers really said, "We know y'all tired of the Chiefs, so we're gonna put back the Patriots, the OG hated team." He got a point there, right? Y'all tired of the Chiefs, so we just gonna put the other team that was right before the Chiefs. Now, let me tell you about this though. Let me tell you how this is gonna mess people up. A lot of casual fans are gonna think that the dynasty is over with the Chiefs, which, whether you think that or not, I have my opinion on that, but we're not talking about the Chiefs. The Patriots are going to be the new dynasty. They're going to go right back to them. It's not happening. Thank you for that update. Thank you for that update. Yes, it's 3-7. 3-7. Stafford couldn't get it in, but they got the extra point. 3-7. So got something. They got on the board. So it's 3-7 right now. So both teams scored. So we got to see what happens here, right? Once again, I don't like Donald is from Cali. He was wrong about the Broncos. Not bad. It happens. That's why I told people just get on the spread to be safe. I wanted a 1-5. That's what I wanted to see. Unfortunately, we can't get that. We can still get a 1 versus. We can still get a 2-5. A lot of people was heavy on the Patriots winning on the 250 anniversary for America. So if you want to do it like that, how come we just don't get 2-5 on the 250 anniversary? Patriots number 2, Rams number 5, 250 in the 2025 season. Even though America turns 250 on 2026 in July, right? Come on now, that makes some sense, right? But besides the point. That's beside the point. Vrabel and Diggs is good for losing. Cardi B not getting a ring. I don't see it either. I don't see it. What do you think of the pick Pat's fast the past few weeks? So write that again. Write that again. Dud Bowl says the NFL is poop shit. Bro, let me guess, Dud. It's because they're going back to that dumb shit, right? With the Patriots. You like, yo, here we go again with this, right? Even though they didn't win the Super Bowl yet, but just them winning the AFC again, right? Let me know if that's what you're talking about, because that's what I've been seeing. When I took the break from last live, I've been seeing that on Twitter. It's like a lot of people is like kind of sick of it. So I wonder if you're another one that feels the same way, because a lot of people have been feeling that way. I live betted the Rams money line at plus 225 when it was 7-0 Hawks. Damn, that's a good one, D. That's a good one. That's a good one. I wonder if I should put more into it. I have a lot of futures of Rams winning this game, so it's like I already have my bets in. You know what I'm saying? And futures of the Seattle Seahawks, and both happens to be plus money, so it's like I'm in a win-win, right? Which is good. But like I said, I just don't like this match. I don't like this matchup. I like the matchup, as you guys know, but why did it have to be this matchup? Who's not retired? Matthew Stafford? Yeah. I don't know if they let him go out on top like that. It's like you got to go out as a loser, Matthew Stafford. If you had to pick pregame, you think this game going over and under? Double P, what's the over and under? What did it end at, from what you know? Be fire, not 9/11 Be fire 9/11 2.0. Patch their coach won his first. Oh damn. Shit, hold on. Go back to that. I like that comment. 2.0. God damn, where's that at? Oh, wait. That was you? What do I think about the 2.0 9/11? With the Pats? Well, it got to be the Rams again though. It's the same group of teams every single year. I unfortunately, yeah. And that's why I tell people there are certain teams that you don't pay attention to. You don't pay attention to these teams. You don't pay attention to these teams because they don't have no chance of winning. There's only a few specific teams that they always keep there. Unfortunately, they do. But I'm showing Robert Kraft too much. I remember when I was young and they did that on TV back when Tom Brady, came in for Drew Bledsoe. They show Robert Kraft a lot. I remember that clear as day. Only thing is we ain't had the internet like that. I wonder if they do that again. So 45 and a half. I mean, I'll tell you this. We got 10 points now. If you can get an average of 10 points each quarter, right? That'll give you 40. But if one of those quarters you can get a touchdown, an extra touchdown with the extra point, or even if they missed a point, extra point, that'll be 46, and that defeats the whole 45 and a half, and it can go over. So it is possible. No, the first game wasn't high. It was kind of low, right? Second game was high. Ooh. I would say that game would end up in the middle. Because the first game was, what, 21-19? Because that equaled up to 40. I remember that. And then the second game was, what, 37 to 38, right? And that was 75. I would say it should meet maybe around the 40s and 50s. This game, that's what it should be. Right? That's what it should be. He says, yeah, Bob says, I'm getting to the point where why do I even watch the NFL shit anymore? Same shit every year, same team, same divisions, always in it. Absolutely. And so you see why I try to tell you guys, when you look at this, you have to look at it differently. You can't put all your stock in it, because you're going to be disappointed. That's why we call it rigged, scripted, and fixed over here in this platform, right? So anyone that's watching ever wonders, it's not about me being a conspiracy theorist or anything like that, but this is to let you guys know this is what it is. This is what you have to look out for. It's the same old shit all the time, right? It's just all about how they do it. It's the same old shit all the time. Now the Rams don't have defense all of a sudden. But yeah, it's the same shit all the time. Nah, Drake May's not no new poster boy, bro. No. Drake May's not gonna be no new poster boy. Patrick Mahomes is still in the league. The NFL don't do it like that. NFL don't do it like that. Patrick Mahomes is still in the league. Patrick Mahomes is still a face. Remember, guys, we just said it in the chat. They run with the same shit all the time. It's the same thing with Tom Brady. As long as Tom Brady's there, there's going to be no face other than him. Right? Other than him. Same thing. If Drake May does win a Super Bowl this year, that means nothing. Fear the pack was good, my guy. That means nothing. Yes, exactly, King. It has to be passed off. Patrick Mahomes is still in the league. Drake May, can he win the Super Bowl? Absolutely, yeah. But it could be a one-off. It ain't gonna be no, he's the new guy. Remember, every single person. Okay, let me ask this: if Sam Darnold wins the Super Bowl, is he now the face of the league? He's a little bit too late to do that. And then, if Drake May becomes the face of the league, so now you got to give him a statue, and now you have to give him multiple rings. There's no chance in God Green's earth does that ever happen. He's just a for now. You know what I'm saying? Think about like a 15 minutes of fame. Wow, what a pass.
Come on! Smith and Jigba, just terrific.
What a pass. Something funny is going to happen in this game, y'all. I'm telling y'all, something funny is going to happen in this game.
Why do you need two hands when you got one? That's like a suction cup.
What a catch. That was amazing. Here's Alani trying to get to.
Hopefully this game don't end up a blowout.
That time going to lose a couple yards.
Drake May is a fraud, y'all. That's right. He's a fraud.
He just locked right in.
Yeah, it's kind of a two ball. There's a tiny bit of arc. You can see it over space. And when he's got that vision and he feels like
Drake May's a fraud. If he wins this year, he's a fraud. But I'll tell you what, if Seattle wins this game, you already know the deal. We rolling with Seattle. If Seattle wins this game. If they win this game, it's Seattle. And the line, by the way, people, is going to be 3.5. 3.5 already. It's already set. It's going to be 3.5. It may move, but it's going to be 3.5.
For the pile, and it gets hit back at the 5. There is a penalty flag. First flag of the day so far for Clay Martin's crew.
Yeah, maybe a hold on Bradford, kind of toss Puna forward.
Offense number 75. 10-yard penalty. Replay second down.
The Rams are going, oh, thank God. They're going backwards for once.
Get a little breath.
Yeah, let's catch your breath. There's Puna Ford trying to defeat the block. The double team block goes down on his knees, and Bradford just around the neck. The problem when it's so open like that, the ref's standing right behind it. Now the Rams need to take advantage of them back.
That's a good question. So Joseph says, be fired. Who did Brady beat to become the face that year? Well, there was nobody that was really, think about it. At that time, there was nobody that was the face. It was a parody league. Remember. Okay, I was wondering. There's times when like nobody really is the face. It's like one-offs. This team will win, this team will win, this team will win, and things like that. So when they started to go back into the whole face thing, if you really think about it, it really was when Tom Brady started. Even though Joe Montana, you could say, was the guy, being 4-0, right? He was like he was perfection. When Tom Brady did it, there was really no face. There were other guys, obviously, like for instance, Kurt Warner. Kurt Warner was a big deal at the time. Obviously, Tom Brady took him down. So Kurt Warner was a big deal, but when Tom Brady did it, think about it like, I was going to compare it to like Michael Jordan, but because when Michael Jordan, it was Magic Johnson and Bird kind of sharing it, but when it was officially Michael Jordan, it was like him by himself. Same thing with Brady. They needed something new. They needed a face. Tom Brady happened to be playing for the Patriots. They drafted him to the Patriots, and this came when it's whole, the 9/11 happened, the terrorist attacks. But the funny part was America was working on the Patriot Act. You guys noticed that's when Tom Brady and the New England Patriots became some dynasty, when the Patriot Act came into effect. When the Patriot Act came into effect, that's when Tom Brady and the New England Patriots became a dynasty. Seahawks 10. They're on the board. So I try to tell people, like, got to be careful with it. Right? So right now, 10-3, people. So let's go over the good stuff. I know what y'all want to know. So 10-3. The in-play live, people, check this out. The in-play live, right? The in-play live is the Rams 5.5. Seahawks favorite by 5.5. The Rams are a plus 5.5. The money line is plus 196 for the Rams. The money line is minus 260 for the Seattle Seahawks. The over and under is 49.5. Now, I'm not going to tell people what to do, what not to do, but I'm just letting you know. That's the spread, 5.5. Once again, I still never understand that spread in a game at all, right? But 5.5 is the spread, whatever, right? It's not an opening line, but still, I never understand that number. It doesn't make no sense. I mean, I know why they do that, but I'm still sticking with it. It makes no sense, but obviously it's you versus the sports book, so that's why they're going to have that. But anyway, it's plus 196 on the money line. Minus 260 on the money line for Seattle. So if anybody's, I'm sorry about that. Damn. If anybody's thinking about betting something right now, there you go. That's what the lines is looking like, right? If you want to wait until maybe the Rams score and get something better, you may do so. But that's what it is. Yes, the Seahawks, they're having the Seahawks look just for now. The Seahawks can go 4-1 in NFC Championship games. Yeah. You know what? I'm so glad you guys really are hip to the 4-1 or 1-4 or 4-1, right? Or 14 and shit. Like I'm so glad. I try to tell you guys, and now you're learning. That's a good. Shout out to everybody else that's in the chat. You could be anywhere in the world, but you're here with me. If the world or if this country knew about the whole, let me tell you something. If the country knew about the whole 1-4, or I mean a 14 thing, the NFL would have to restructure how they do a lot of things. I tell you that much. The thing is, everybody doesn't know about it. A lot of people don't pay attention to it. There's some people that's just into their whole, the whole gematria thing, or they into other shit. But they always forget about the 4-1, the 14. They forget about it. So now, does this game end in a field goal? Let me say that. The last one didn't. We know the Rams won in a field goal last week. Seahawks haven't been battle tested yet, even though they only had one game, which was a blowout. Right? What happens in this game? Does the Seahawks get a smooth Super Bowl? Miss Grove back in the building. Yeah, I don't have no problem with people that do gematria once again. I just don't do it. Because there's two ways it can hit. Right? Like, my problem with gematria is most people that explain it, they'll just hit me with the such and such equals Patriots, or the number 113 equals. I'm just throwing a team out there too. 113 equals Broncos or something like that. So in my mind, I'm thinking, okay, but what does it mean though? Right? Does it mean Broncos win? Or do Broncos lose? You're just telling me that 113 equals this team. Or 113 equals the name Tom. You guys get what I'm saying? Like, they're never specific with it. You know how I break it down when I tell you guys about the whole 14. I could sit there and talk to you guys about that, right? Let's say a certain player against another team, he's 1-3. So if I say, the 14 comes into play, you know what that means. Chances are, there's a big chance he can become what? 1-4 by losing against that team. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm breaking it down to you what it can mean. Oh, this team is 4-0. I mean, this team is 3-0 against Team A is 3-0 against Team B. And they keep mentioning this is their fourth game. They can end up 4-0. You see what I'm saying? Like, I'm specific with it. I don't just say 14. Because you guys can easily say, okay, so what does the 1-4 mean? What does the 4-1 mean? When gematria is just saying this equals said player. And you're like, okay, but what does that mean? Are they gonna win? Or are they gonna lose? And that's the thing that I don't like about gematria. They have to they have to. You got to be more specific about it. You can't just say, and that's what I don't like about it. It throws me off. But I listen. Of course, I listen, but like, be more specific. Whenever I'm giving you guys information, this is what it means. Right? Like when I used to tell, the people that knew about me, let's say 3 years ago, I put people on to the whole the 8 streak. And what the 8 streak was this. It was simple. Right? whenever a team goes on a 7-game winning streak, or whenever they go on a 7-game losing streak, the 1 is going to come in play for that 8th game, right? So if you're on a 7-game losing streak, on the 8th game, you're going to win. Now you're 1-7. If you're on a 7-game winning streak, on that 8th game, you're going to blow it. Now, this doesn't pertain to every single team all the time, because there are records that need to be upheld. Like, if a certain team in basketball or football, they have to win 10, 11 in a row. Yes, that does happen. It happens a lot, especially in basketball, college and NBA. That happens a lot. But for mid-tier teams, or even the elite teams, for the most part, if it ain't about that big win streak, usually on the 8th game, they drop it or they win it, depending on what their streak was for the last 7 games. And that has worked for a lot of people. When I told people about that, I'm sorry. It's 4 years ago now. Well, three to 4 years ago, let me say, when I told people about that. And sure enough, a lot of people have had success with that. So that's the type of information that I like giving, not just a name or a number. 55 equals John. And yeah, John, okay, what does that mean? John's going to win the Super Bowl, or is he going to lose the Super Bowl? So do you see Belichick going to being the Bills coach next year? I tell you this, that's more of a storyline if the Patriots win the Super Bowl. If the Patriots win the Super Bowl this year, it makes more sense to have the talk about Bill Belichick being a coach. If the Patriots do win the Super Bowl this year. If they don't, I don't see the reason to even have that conversation. Right? If the Patriots do win, mark my words, people, if the Patriots win the Super Bowl, it makes more sense to have the talk about Bill Belichick being the coach. And shout out to my man King once again with another super chat. He's showing love. He's showing love. He love that information. And that's what I gotta do. I gotta feed y'all the information. As much information as I can give y'all. That's what it is. Shout out to him on that one. King. That's his nickname, y'all. He says, I knew that Denver would win against the Bills. OJ, which is OJ Simpson, chased in a Ford Bronco, was the 17th, and they played on the 17th. He scored 33. OJ, the Bills. Denver, Ford Bronco. Put that together, y'all. Bills, Broncos, OJ Simpson, right? Played for the Bills. When he was being chased, in a what was that? A Bronco, right? And matter of fact, you know what's so funny about that? If you connect it, not saying LA is gonna win, I'm wrong. But did it happen? Did it happen in LA? Didn't it happen in LA when OJ Simpson was running for his dear life? What city did it start in? Somebody let me know. In the chat. Yeah, Buffalo. I saw that shit on Twitter and I started laughing. Somebody said Buffalo Bill died in Denver, Colorado. When I saw that, I started laughing because that's exactly what happened to the Buffalo Bills against the Broncos. It was in LA. Look. The chat is saying it. Yo, shut up. And it was new people in the chat said, yeah, it was in LA. Look at this shit. Yo. Wait. Hold on. Because I remember this. I was a kid. Refs is siding with Seattle. That's what it looked like so far. I was a kid too. I remember that shit. Didn't they cut the game off? Right? I know they cut certain TV channels off just to show the live news of O.J. Simpson being chased, which to me, not to be no conspiracy theorist, but I feel like that was all planned. They all did that on purpose, bro. I ain't even gonna lie to you. They cut shit on TV just to show that live. Like, all right, get to the point. They just sitting there chasing him, so we have to watch a helicopter. Well, police chase him, and they showing it from the helicopter, and that chase was dumb long. And yeah, I think that was in L.A. That's funny. Yo, shout out to the chat. Everybody in the chat. That's crazy. Shout out to the chat in the building. Better guard your children. So what else? What else we got? Let me see. Live chat. Yo, y'all crazy. That whole trial was scripted. It was scripted, dude. The whole thing. That whole thing. And make sure y'all press that like button. That's right, Unruly. Say, yo, press that like button, y'all. Shout out to everybody that's in the chat, man. You can be anywhere in the world, but you're here with me. We having fun in the chat right now. And yes, so and yes, I'm sorry. The Rams is 6-10 right now, y'all. And I think somebody did put that in there too. Like, be fire, hurry up, man. Make sure you update that. Update that score. Yes, it's 6-10. 6-10. It seems like the reps is trying not to let the Rams actually get in the end zone, so they just kicking field goals. But anybody that just joined the chat maybe a minute or two ago, there was a live spread of +5.5. Just to let you guys know that, right? Miss Grove says, that was the slowest, fastest car chase I've ever seen. Felt more like a police escort. That shit pissed me off. That pissed me off. That pissed me off. Cause I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna lie, maybe because I'm a kid, right? I'm a child at the time. I'm like, hurry up. You cut the to go live about this and this. Y'all act like y'all was like real close to him and you almost caught him. Like, we literally had to watch that whole chase. You can't tell me that wasn't scripted. Okay, we gonna make sure we have the choppers in the sky, the police, and now all of a sudden the police don't know how to drive because they taking a long time. Come on. Wait, who was it? Was OJ the one driving, or was his guy driving and OJ was in the back? Because it was something like that, right? OJ was in the back hiding, right? And his friend was driving. Wasn't that the shit that was going on? Or that's what they said. Because to be honest, let's be for real, we don't even know who was really in that car, in that Bronco. We don't. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be a conspiracy theorist. No. But that's how I feel. We don't know who was in that car, that Bronco. We really don't know. We don't know. I know some people say, nah, he was really there. But, bro, no. Thank you, Riley. They okay, and your man OJ was in the back hiding, right, Riley? That's what that was. Yes, somebody else was driving. Cause remember, we all was under the impression that OJ was the one driving. At least at the time, when at the time when it happened, we like OJ. Okay, yeah. We come to find out he wasn't. He was the one in the back hiding. They claim it was him. We know that wasn't him, y'all. We know that. Come on, bro. We know that wasn't him. That was some bullshit. That was some bullshit. Now, let me before we get back into the conversation, gotta update you guys. Los Angeles Rams, Seahawks. In the second quarter, 10-10 left. Second quarter, 10-10 left. Seahawks 4th and 24. Seems like it's gonna go back to the Rams. And the score is 10-6. 10-6. The current line is 3.5. 3.5 in favor of the Seahawks. So the Seahawks you can get at a price of 200 in a money line. Minus 3.5, you can lay 105. Right? So the money line for the Rams is plus 154, right? Now, if you want to take the Rams with the plus 3.5, they are a minus 125. So I have to update you guys on that one right there. Yes, the Rams are gaining momentum, right? So it's going to go back to the Rams. We are in the second quarter, right? So it seems like things is like, I don't want to say slowing down because we still got the whole game, but things are slowing down for the Seahawks for right now because it's going to gain back. We already know what it is. It's going to gain back, but they're 4th and 24. So it's going to go back to the Rams. So if anybody wants to take advantage of that spread, you can do so at a right price, 3.5. All you got to do is lay minus 122. So for every $122 you get, you can make 100. You don't have to be anyone that's not used to betting. You don't have to bet $122 to make 100. You can bet less than that. You can bet $12, $10, $15. You can do that, right? Just just to let you guys know that. And so yeah, that's what's going on right now. It seems reasonable for this game. I like it. I already have put something in a couple of minutes extra from all my futures I already got. So this is a game. This is a free game for me. I won't suffer no matter what. So that's good. But for anyone that is wondering, I'm riding with the Rams to win the Super Bowl all the way. Because I saw it in the chat, like who am I riding with? I'm riding with the Rams, right? The Seahawks was second. I had them going to the Super Bowl. I didn't go as far as them winning because I needed to see who they would match up against. But the Seahawks was an option, second option, and as you guys see, it really won't even matter at this point, right? I like it. I like what's going on, so that's what's up. So, and yes, Riley, the Broncos covered. Riley, was you in the chat for the second game? I mean, I'm sorry for the first game because I was going hard on the 5.5, and Riley will tell you. Riley knows the deal. Riley, what do I tell people about the 5.5? If you wasn't here for the first game, in the chat, please, I need you to say it. What do I tell people about the 5.5? Briefly, just put it in the chat, please. For those that don't know, or for those that is new to the live that's watching, it's something I try to hit people and put people on. So 6-10 right now in the second quarter. Just to let you guys know. Yeah, commercial. So with the way the movement is, the Rams got the ball back. You guys like what you see so far? Do you guys like what you see so far? Can we see a shift? Are we going to see a shift? Is Seattle going to pull away? Double check says number 14 had the only touchdown for Denver. You guys heard that? Number 14 had the only touchdown for Denver. Do you hear that? The only touchdown for Denver was from what? Number 14, people. Number 14. Hopefully, after this season's over, right? After the Super Bowl is over, you guys understand and see what I've been saying about this number 14. And by the way, the number 14 started last year too, by the way. Didn't start this year. Started last year. It started last year. And what is anybody else? What is that? Oh, yeah. If anyone that's new to me too, just so I don't want no one thinking I'm on a Sam Darnold bandwagon, I'll post this tweet. You guys see it right here on the screen. You guys see it right there on the screen. It says it right there. I made this tweet January 6, 2025. Anybody that's watching the screen, you see it right here. Just so no one thinks there's any Sam Darnold bandwagon going on. I tried to tell people what was going to happen with Sam Darnold last year, literally the top of the year, January 6th. I said that this was going to happen. If there's anybody that's not looking at the screen, well, I shall read it to you. This is my Twitter right here. Number 14, Sam Darnold fails to get the number 1 seed. Like I said, watch what happens next year when he gets it with another team. The Vikings end in 14-4. That 14 crap. Actually, technically, they ended 14-3. That was the season. But the first game of the playoffs, they actually did lose. So, yeah, it was actually 14-4 in total. But at the time when I wrote that tweet, they actually dropped to their 3rd game, not their 4th game. So I made a mistake talking too quick. But the funny part about that is they actually ended up 14-4 for the season because they lost the first round in the playoffs. So for anyone thinks I'm bandwagoning about Sam Darnold, I told everybody about Sam Darnold a year ago when nobody was thinking about him. Number 14, Sam Darnold. And you see how I put number 14 there? I was on the whole 14 crap last year. Last year. Not this year. Last year. Right? Last year. Number 14, Sam Darnold fails to get the number 1 seed, like I said, because I said that they was going to lose to the Lions. They was going to lose to the Lions without a doubt. Vikings was going to lose to the Lions. That was like one of the easiest bets of the year last year. Number 14, Sam Darnold fails to get the number 1 seed. Like I said, watch what happens next year when he gets it with another team, because I already knew he was going to lose because it was a 1-year thing with the Vikings anyway, right? And ends the year in 14-4. And look what you see in the end. That 14 crap. What does that say in the end? That 14 crap. That 14 crap. So just in case, just to let you guys know what it is, I'm not new to this 14 shit. I try to tell people that. There you go. So now, what's going on? Now the line has dropped to +2.5 for the Rams. I guess Matthew Stafford is getting hot. 10-6, y'all. Second quarter, 4 minutes, 37 seconds left. 2nd and 8 on Seattle's 23. So if they're on Seattle's 23, he should at least be good for what? At least be good for a field goal. Let's hear some shit.
In the middle of the pocket, you kind of spin around, and not really a delayed draw, but a patient draw. And then Corum, you just rarely get that type of space with this defense. Starts inside, and then with his speed, he can bounce to the perimeter as well. I'm really impressed by this drive. The Rams offense kind of answering everything that Seattle's giving them right now.
Corum gets a break. Kyron Williams back in, and now he'll get it. Looking for something up the middle. He's going to pick up maybe 2.
Okay, so they're down there. Like I said, they should be good for at least. So now they on Seattle's 16 right now. Sorry, they on Seattle 16. They're 3rd and 1. Seattle 16. And the line is now +1.5 for the Rams. -1.5 in favor of the Seahawks, obviously. The money line is -125 for the Seahawks. -106 for the Rams. Let's go. Shout out to everybody in my chat. All you guys in the chat. All you ladies in the chat. Y'all could be anywhere in the world, but you here with me. I appreciate it. I hope you're having a good time. Right? Because we got to get ready for this Super Bowl. We got to get ready for this Super Bowl. Right? And this game bet not end the way I think it's going to end, because y'all going to hear, y'all going to get annoyed by me because the shit talking I'm going to be doing. Either way, Seahawks or the Rams, actually, to be honest with you, but if it ends the way I think it's going to end, y'all not going to hear y'all going to get tired of me. Say what they talk about, right? So 1st and 10 on Seattle's 11, so they got the first down. Do they get it in? Let's see right now, right? Let's see if they get it in. For those that's listening that's not in the chat, shout out to y'all too. I appreciate you. Can be anywhere in the world, but you here with me. You know that. You know the saying, right? Let's see what happens. Come on now. Yes, the Sean bet is still alive. That's right. For those that don't know what your man Floyd is talking about, I'll talk about it in 1 minute. There was somebody too in the last chat that thought the Sean bet was dead. But remember, there was 2 different ones. And I'll explain it in a second. Let's see what happens. Let's see if they get a field goal or if they get in the end zone. Which Grove says the rushing yards, the Rams 63 versus the Seahawks 36. If you know, you know. There go the 3 6s right there, Ms. Grove. There go the 3 6s. And the whole 3-6 thing been going on a lot this season too, by the way. Especially with the fact that the Super Bowl is going to be in Levi Stadium. And y'all already know about the whole dark thing with San Francisco, right? If you know, you know. Yeah. Ward, right? Ward fam crazy. He says, "Be fired. You're on the other show with the other 3 guys that give picks throughout the NFL season, right?" Yes, that would be me. Yes, that would be me, Ward. Yes, Sean O'Malley. Did you get on that, Ward? The whole Sean O'Malley shit? Let me know if you got on that. I need to know if you got on that, because what you know about that? We said that last show. What you know about that, Warren? But yes. My man Neil. What's good, Neil? Geno wins the Super Bowl, guys. And never... Geno? What Geno you talking about? Geno not playing. Geno's with the Raiders. Yeah. No, but you ain't the only one. A lot of people think Geno's still there. Geno's with the Raiders. Yeah, is there anybody else that's going to Vegas for the Super Bowl? If you're going to be in Vegas, that's what Dancing Poppy wants to know in the chat. I need the Rams for this 10K. Oh boy, wait a minute. You got 10K for this game? That's what you telling me? You got 10K for this game? See how I'm looking at him, right? You got 10K for this game, Hulk boy? We got to have a conversation. Shout out to Ward, Mr. Ward. He says, cool. Yeah, I like you. Yes, I did. I'm glad you got on it. So far, it's looking good, right? Now, Ward, let me ask you a question. Did you take the 5.5 with Sean Payton in the Broncos, right? Because that's what's alive. That's what some people don't see. There was 2 of them. You could have took Sean Payton in the Broncos with the money line straight up. But before that, I told people about the spread. Because the 5.5, like I've been telling people for years, chances are you're going to hit that. So yes, the Sean O'Malley, the Sean Payton with the 5.5, all we need is Sean McVay right now to win. And we actually can hit the Sean parlay. You know what I forgot to tell you? You know what I forgot to do for this one? But I'm gonna do it for the Super Bowl because the game already started. With you guys picking your winner and the score. I'm so sorry. I apologize for that, so I can give away my gear. But the Super Bowl is happening. The Super Bowl's happening, so I'm gonna double up. So I'm doing 2 hoodies with 2 t-shirts. How about that? Rig, scripted, and fixed. 2 hoodies with 2 t-shirts. So obviously you get to pick your colors. So we're going to do that. All right? We're going to do that. But the Rams is favorite so far, you guys, right now. The Rams are 2.5 favorite. Yeah, the whole Shawn Michaels thing. Money Man, wow. My God, Money Man, wow, pal. So 17-10, the Rams is on the board. Can I get a mother effing bomb? Please. Oh, I'm sorry about that. I'm all over the place. I'm pressing too many buttons and shit. So yeah, you got the Rams is on the board now, people. 12-10. It should be 13-10, but yeah, there you go. At one point, the Rams had an in play of +5.5. I'm gonna tell you again, the Rams had an in play of +5.5 at one point. If you didn't jump on it, I don't know what to say. Because if you're taking the Rams at a +2.5, right? If anyone took that, you might as well take the +5.5 for the Rams if that's the case, right? You might as well. If anyone has the Seahawks, but then you think about jumping on the Rams, if you would have jumped on the Rams at a +5.5, right, and then the Seahawks won in a close game, you could have hit both. But I'm not here to tell you guys to do that. I'm just saying, but that's what it is. Shout out to everybody. That's what things is looking like. So, you know, we having fun here in Rig Scripted and Fix. Shout out to all my lovely people in the chat. Pause. 13-10. Now, I'll tell you the updated lines once again for anybody that's thinking about doing it. The Rams, -1.5. They are -113 on the money line. Seahawks, they're +1.5, and they are -116, -115 on the money line. So basically, this is a dead even game for the most part, right? If you're thinking about jumping in this in play, it really doesn't matter. You can catch it from both ways, right? You can catch it from both ways, right? So that's what's up. You know, so just letting you guys know in the chat, my good old guys in the chat, the live bet is actually looking good for both. Any way you guys want to go right now, you looking good. Now, if you are into the over and under, 48.5. So what we got going on right now? Well, we got 25. We got 25 points. So what you want 49 points to hit, right? Because it's 48.5. Right? So what you want 24, you want 24 more points basically, right? You get 24 more points to get 49. So I mean, do you guys think 24 points can hit? Right? I would say if you want 24 points to hit, I think you should want the Seahawks and the Rams to both score to help with that. Dancer Poppy says Rams blowout so I can crack open this 1942 bottle. I like that. The public money's on the Seahawks. Anybody that's telling you any different, they're lying. They're lying. Yeah. Anybody that tells you any different is lying because that line did not move. That line stayed still. Miss Grove says the alternative I took at 37. Oh, 37, sweet. So 37, sweet. All you need is 2 touchdowns. I mean, basically like 2 touchdowns. Well, yeah, right? Because I'm sorry, it's 13-10. My math is wrong. Let me take that back, y'all. 48.5, right? I'm thinking that the score, they had 25 points. No, it's 23 points. So it's 23 points. So you need 26 points. I'm sorry. Let me say it again. The score is 13-10. So that's 23 points. So if you want the 49, which is that's what you need if you want the over because it's 48.5. You need 26 points. I stand corrected. 26 points. So basically, you need over 2 touchdowns for anybody that's watching the game. I mean, well, anybody that has the over and under. You need how many touchdowns you need? It's not over yet. You want to need a couple of touchdowns. 2. Let's say, for instance, you can get. Nah, we about to hit halftime, so you can't get 2 touchdowns now. It ain't gonna happen. You want to need maybe 2 touchdowns in the third quarter, and 2 more touchdowns in the fourth or some shit like that. Something, right? Something like that. It could possibly happen, right? Like I said, it could end up in the 50s. So if you got 37, Miss Grove, you just need 2 touchdowns to hit on the spot. If it lands on the 37 because you didn't get half a point, you just void your bet. So that's a good thing. So you need 2 touchdowns. Anybody else that got the 48.5, you may want 2 touchdowns the third quarter and then like maybe 2 more touchdowns in the fourth quarter. Am I right, y'all? Like, just about. You can afford to miss 2 extra points. That'll be 26 points. Right? Because 4 touchdowns with the extra point gives you 28 in total. But if you miss 2 extra points out of them 4 touchdowns, you can get 26. And therefore, you can actually hit your over and under, assuming you took it with the 48.5 with the over, right? I think I'm doing it off the head, y'all. I ain't that smart. I'm sorry. Work with me here. But I think that's what you need. So I really need Sam to run in for a touchdown. Oh, so you got a anytime touchdown with Sam going in. Woo! You need them in the end zone. My man Player made. He said 13-10. Yeah, 13-10. Thank you for that. That's what I'm saying. I know I wasn't. Thank you, Player, for correcting me. I know I wasn't fucking bugging. I know I wasn't bugging. It also started with the Rams versus Patriots Super Bowl. Like I said, that Super Bowl to me was always special. Both of them too. When I was a kid, as a Patriots fan, I got to see it. Right? Super Bowl 53, even though it was boring, that's when I got to be on a television show. I told you guys about that last live, the action show, the sports betting show called Action by Showtime. I was a part of that. I wasn't no main character, no, because it was 4 people that was ready to main character, but they filmed me. I was in it. I had fun with that. I actually got footage of that shit too. Now that was when the Patriots went against the Rams again for part 2. That was a good one. So that Super Bowl between the Patriots and Rams is and which is crazy. This time I'm on the other side. I'm on the Rams this side. The first 2 times I was on the Patriots. Crazy how things work out, right? Right. But if anybody took that plus 5.5 with the Rams on an in play, you so far, according to the way the game is moving, you're looking good. Plus 5.5 happened a couple of minutes ago. Maybe you guys didn't catch it when I said it, but there was a plus 5.5, even though we know this wasn't pregame. But I still had to put it out there and let you guys know that. Mike Lenz, when did I change? You mean like as far as what, like stop being a Patriots fan? Because I'm changing because I want the Rams to win. Like I said, I don't have no more favorite teams. But in 2019, matter of fact, that same year I kind of did like a change. Because I was on the Patriots to win. They won. But after that Super Bowl, I activated the Rams as a default team that I'm going to always put there no matter what. Because of the whole Missouri situation. Remember, I knew about the suspect shit that was going on with Missouri at that time. At that very time, I knew. And I said, let me see how it plays out. When Patrick Mahomes came out of nowhere, it was very suspect. 2018 was very alarming for me. It was very alarming. And then that's when I came with I activated the Rams being there. Since they made it to that Super Bowl against the Patriots, I said, expect to see the Rams have success because this Patrick Mahomes dude, for some reason, has success. And the Rams just came from Missouri. I knew about this shit back then. And then that's when I started connecting all the pieces more and more year after year. And I've been right ever since. The Rams did go back to a Super Bowl and actually won it, right? What do we see? We've seen either the Rams or the Chiefs play in a Super Bowl since Patrick Mahomes became a starter. For those that don't know in the chat, I've let it be known about the whole Missouri situation. I'm the one that blew it up about the Rams and the Chiefs, the success. If you pay attention to the last Super Bowl that the first Super Bowl that the Rams made it to in the 2018/19 season, you're going to notice you see the Patriots. I'm not the Patriots. You see the Chiefs or the Rams either make it to the Super Bowl, one or the other, ever since Patrick Mahomes has been a starter till today. If the Rams win this game, the trend still continues. The Rams or the Chiefs will either play in the Super Bowl, but you'll never see them play in the Super Bowl at the same time. Yeah, Mike. I stopped being a Pats fan basically almost around that time, to be honest with you. To be honest, that Super Bowl right there, like that was my last year. Because it was weird to me. It was weird. I'm like, okay, I'm a Pats fan, whatever. But I had it up to here with certain shit. It didn't make no sense. Yeah, it didn't make no sense. Stidham in the Super Bowl was hilarious. Yeah, they pulled the rug from under everybody's feet. This game is over. Super Bowl 53, Super Bowl 56, Super Bowl 60, all Rams Super Bowl berth. Let me see this. 53, 56, 60. All right, Tom. We gotta see right now. The line, Tom, is -2.5. Money line 140 in favor of the Rams. Seahawks plus 2.5. You get -118 for that 2.5, and you can get them at a plus 110. Patriots is bait, in my opinion. Brady's still around. Come on, dancing. You know the deal. Yeah. You on that show with Lobo. This is for you, Zach, etc. What? What? B, you locked in for the NBA? I'm always locked in for the NBA. The NBA is, bro. The NBA is so easy to me though. NBA is easy. Yeah, NBA easy. NBA is so easy. When it's time to go there after the Super Bowl, we locked in and we locked in for basketball. Yeah. Isn't McVay like 55-1 when leading at halftime or something like that? Some insane shit. Cause somebody looked that up. What is Sean McVay's record when he's leading into halftime? Anybody in the chat or anybody that's watching, could you dig that information up for us? Seahawks actually get the ball back, right? 1st and 10 on their own 28, right? So the line is now -1.5 in favor of the Rams. Just to let you guys know, it's still a dead even game because the money line is -111 for the Rams and -115 for the Seahawks. So the Seahawks is the favorite by a slight 4, right? So that really doesn't matter. It's an even game right now. So we got to see what happens by the time halftime comes. Seahawks because Paul Allen, Microsoft, and the Brain Institute founder. So you on a Seahawks. You on the Seahawks because of that. So you think the Seahawks is going to pull off the win. Seahawks because Paul Allen, Microsoft, and the Brain Institute founder. So he's on the Seahawks. So you think the Seahawks got to do it this year? And the whole brain thing can have something to do with CTE, right? If that's what you're referring to. Yeah, it was GF, right? GF says, I won big that Super Bowl. I did nice that The biggest one I won was the Patriots beating Atlanta Falcons. But that one was all right. Yeah, for me, that one was all right. I thought it would have been a better Super Bowl as far as the scoring. I got the Broncos. Winning wrong. I was going for the 1 and the 5. That's deep. Yes, I was going for the 1 and the 5 with the Broncos. That's what I thought I was going to see with the 1 and the 5. But deep. Ask me, what did I bet? Ask me, what did I bet? Yeah, shout out to D. Ask me, what did I bet? I always tell people, The big difference. What did I tell people? Matter of fact, it's already documented. Last chat, what did I tell people? Whenever you see a 5.5, I don't know how many times I got to say it. You take the 5.5. Just take the spread of 5.5. That's what matters. That's what matters. Right? Rams is winning this one no matter what. Did I send picks this year? I didn't have to send the picks. I told everybody ahead of time. That's what I told people. I told people ahead of time. You didn't have to do that. Anybody that pays attention, the picks was there. I told everybody 5.5 Broncos, Rams money line. Rams money line, Broncos plus 5.5. I told everybody on the lives already. That was for everybody. I let it be clear. I let it be known straight up. That's why I tell people they have to pay attention. If they choose not to pay attention to what I'm saying, that's not my fault. That's not my fault. Because remember, at the end of the day, it's not like whenever it hits, I'm getting extra tips. It's not like I'm getting that. So whenever I say something, tell people pay attention. That's why next year is going to be, I'm doing things different. So the Rams is now back to being underdogs at plus 2.5. They're plus 138 on the line. Right? They're back underdogs. Seahawks back favorites. Right? At minus 2.5. They're minus 178 on the line. See what they talking about.
It's just part of this, feeling what matchups they feel like maybe are best for them. That part, it's a lot of zone coverage anyway. Playing zone coverage, who can communicate under these situations. Forbes had a few good pass breakups over the course of the season. Becomes more man coverage. See if they can substitute him in there a little bit.
Pressure. Darnold launching deep. Going down there. It's caught. And hanging on is Smith-Njigba.
Yeah, all about the route. Gets the safety turned around. Cam Curl, he just nods to the outside. Then Curl kind of goes to the pylon. That's the indicator that Darnold needs, just to lay the ball up in the air. And then JSN goes out there. Got a good clean hit there by Cam Curl. You see it right here. JSN, that nod to the outside, and then back to the post.
What you guys want me to stop? Stop it really for what? Stop what? Stop it really what? Shout out. Yeah, I think they're gonna score. I think they're gonna score. Shout out to Miss Grove on that one. The whole Donald being injured thing was a fraud. It was even though we still have we have another half to go. That was a fraud, bro. That's what I told people. That whole story was fake. I want to see if somebody does get hurt this game still, right? But nah. The whole thing about Donald, nah. But I do think it may come into question at some point. If not this game and they go to the Super Bowl, that can come into play. Who you think gonna be the MVP? With Darnold? 25 seconds left. 26 seconds left, second and goal. On LA's 14. I mean, pretty much the game should at least be tied. It should at least be tied. At worst. But I do think they'll probably get in. And what would that be? That would be 30 points. So for those that got the over and under in the 30s, right? If you got 37, 38, 36, that's a good thing for you. Because if Sam Darnold gets it in and they get the extra point, that's 30 points. Right? Touchdown. There you go. No, wait. Did they call it off? No. That's a touchdown? Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yep, touchdown. There you go. 16-13. Boom. So they're going to hit that extra point. So there you go, people. Hopefully this ends up a good game. Huh, y'all see the bullshit, right? Just letting them go in, right? They got to let them score. Well, yeah, better than last game. Yeah. 30 points before the half is good. What was the last half of last game? 7-7 or 10-7? No, it was 7-7, right? Yeah, 7-7, right? I was just seeing something. I was just thinking about something. Sam Darnold and Drake May. I mean, it would be boring. It would, unless they got something. Unless this is straight for Darnold, right? Unless this is straight for Sam Darnold, bro. Let me ask you guys a question. When Sam Darnold said he was seeing ghosts, let me see something for a second. Let me see something. You want to know what's so funny, guys? When Sam Darnold said he was seeing ghosts, it was against the New England Patriots.
Are you fucking serious?
When Sam Darnold said he was seeing ghosts, it was against the New England Patriots. Let me tell you guys something. If the Seattle Seahawks win this game, all you are going to see on Twitter and social media is Sam Darnold against the Patriots talking about he's seeing ghosts. I repeat, if Sam Darnold wins this game against the Rams, you are going to hear about Sam Darnold. Remember where you heard this first now. Listen, remember where you heard this first. I promise you, if Sam Darnold and Seattle Seahawks win this game, right? If they win this game, you are going to hear about Sam Darnold in the ghost game. You are going to hear about Sam Darnold in the ghost game. People, y'all know I'm on the Rams this game. Seattle was my second pick, right? But I have to say, we might be in for something. We might be in for some sick shit.
Are you fucking serious?
Right? And then it's going to be in Levi Stadium this year. And you think of, when you think of Levi Stadium and you think of like San Francisco, what do we think of? All of the demonic shit, right? All the bad shit. And you can equate that to what? Ghost and all that shit. Wouldn't it be funny if Sam Darnold wins this game and goes against the Patriots, the same team that he saw Ghost against? Because this is when he was playing with the Jets. That's why I did that check just now, a couple of minutes ago. What did I say? I said, let me do this check. I remember I could have sworn it was against the Patriots. And I had to do a double check. Sam Darnold Ghost game is something that you are going to hear about if the Seahawks win this game. I promise you. Remember where you heard that first. If Sam Darnold wins this game, you are going to hear about the Ghost game that went viral. And didn't they lose? Because I remember, didn't they lose 33-0? Didn't they lose 33-0? Funny how that goes, right? For anybody that's watching, I want to let you guys know, right? This is what this channel is about. This is what we talk about. We talk about the things that people don't talk about, that they don't notice. Things always coming together. You see how crazy that is, right? See how things come in full circle. It was against the Patriots. So now, Sam Darnold, you have another chance to face them Patriots, and they could talk about you and Ghost once again. Let's hear what y'all talking about. Yeah, Bill Belichick was laughing on the sideline. And ironically, Bill Belichick is not coaching this time. 14 is a number you see all the time in Super Bowl. Some way, somehow, Darnold is 14. Oh yeah. Yeah. Listen. Hold on. Listen, guys. Let me show y'all something. For those that's let me show you guys something. Just bear with me. Take this walk with me. But I have to let it be known, Oh, no, not this one. Okay, we got it. I won't be surprised if we see it. Boom. Let's go. Shut up. My fault. I'm here. I'm just setting this shit up. This is halftime right now. 30. Now this is if it happens, But but as you guys can see, right? Boom. You guys can see it right there. Just so you know, if anybody that's watching, you see it right there. This video was, when was this video? This was 4 months ago. So this video was 4 months ago. right? 4 months ago, as you can see, Seattle Seahawks, or never mind the Arizona Cardinals, right? There was a reason why I had put the Arizona Cardinals there, right? I can explain why, but this is not about the Arizona Cardinals. Seattle Seahawks or the Cardinals, Super Bowl bound, number 14, right? Y'all see that? That was 4 months ago. What else we got? 14. NFL loves 14. You guys see it all over the place. Oh, it's another one. It's another one. You see it right there. Seattle Seahawks, NFC champs. Seattle Seahawks, NFC champs. Right? That was 3 months ago. That was 3 months ago. Right? You guys see it? Like, I can keep going. NFL loves the number 14. You guys see it? Right? It's all over the place. Sam Darnold takes Seattle Seahawks to the championship. Right? You guys, it's all there. It's all there. Now, does it happen for real? Does it happen for real this time? Do I be fired? Do you follow college basketball? Let me tell you something. Out of everything that I cover, college basketball is my favorite thing to cover out of everything. Because March Madness is the best. It's way better than the football playoffs. March Madness is the best. March Madness will forever be the best. I follow college basketball very, very clear. Yes, to answer your question. Yep. Absolutely. So, does Seattle win the game? If Seattle does win this game, be fired. What about the funny clip you showed when Russ threw the pick and cost them the Super Bowl? The Patriots currently have a number 21 in their secondary again. Also, are you assuming something, Rich? I think I know where you're going when you say that. Do we see something funny again? It's something. If Seattle goes to the Super Bowl, it's something I want to show y'all so bad. But I can't give this whole number shit again. I want to give it away, but it's something that's damn. Like if Seattle does go, something I should pay attention to. But that's only if they make it. That's only if they make it, y'all. Once again, it's only if they make it. I'm sitting there saying all this. This is only if they make it. But yeah, college basketball, love college basketball. Of course. Whenever it's around, I especially March Madness, I tend to go to the games too. Like if they have any at Madison Square Garden, any at the Barclays, and even when they go, they have some at Atlantic City. Cause I still like to go to the MAC games, the MAAC, like all divisions. I pay attention to in college basketball when it gets ready for tournament time. So yes, I even attend the games. So yes, I can't wait. Let me see. Was you got no, you a lot of you guys is new. This happened maybe was it last year or the year before? It was a year before. So I gave you guys a little clue. This is the good thing about being at the game. So I'm at the game. It was a college game. It was at the Barclays. It was at the Barclays, if I'm not mistaken. Right? Was it? Yes. It was at the Barclays. It was at the Barclays. It was. And it was two teams going against each other, right? And before the game was over, the confetti usually drops. That's the color of the team. So what happened was the confetti dropped early. It dropped way early. I don't know if they did that by accident, did it on purpose, or what. The confetti dropped before the fourth quarter. Not before the fourth quarter, before halfway of the second half of the game. And I told everybody, I said, yo, and this was on Twitter at that time, 2 years ago. I said, listen, they dropped the confetti of the colors was such and such, the same color of this team. Was it Duke and East or some shit like that? I said, yo, they're going to win. Bet them live right now. You're going to get a good line. Bet them right now. They dropped this confetti. I don't care what no one say. They didn't do this by accident. Take this team right now. They dropped the confetti. Guess what happened at the end of the game? Hey, Settles, you remember that, right? You remember that, right? They ended up winning the game. I love college. The Duke and East game, yeah. I know I'm not tripping, yeah, right? I'm like, yo, they're going to win the game. It was Duke and East against somebody, and I said, yo, the confetti came down matching the same color of a certain team, and they ended up winning. They talking about what are oh no. They talking about the 4-day forecast right now. I already won on the Sutton first touchdown last game. Oh, Mike Lenz, you remember that, right? It was like 2 years ago, right? It wasn't this. It was like 2 years ago. Yeah. I'm like, yo, hurry up, bet that. Sure enough, they won the game. So, so we had halftime, y'all, for anybody that just came in. We had halftime 13-17. Seattle Seahawks has the lead. And I know I'm talking about a lot of Seattle Seahawks if they win the game, but I had to put it out there. If Seattle does win the game, you're going to see a lot of Sam Darnold talk about the ghosts. And most likely, if Seattle wins, that's all we're probably going to be hearing, right? But if we get Seattle and New England again, how is that marketable for anybody? That's what I want to know. Do you guys find that matchup to be marketable in any way? Seriously, though, all jokes aside, like, do you find that to be marketable? And is it me or Seattle, the noise in the stadium is kind of fraudulent? I feel like it's kind of fraudulent, to be honest with you. I feel like it's fraudulent. The Pope, you know what's so crazy, Mark? The Pope pattern stands the test of time, right? So far, right? I wonder if the NFL, the people in the sports books, know that a lot of people catch on to that pattern. But you know what it is? A lot of people that believe everything is all real, it's kind of hard to convince them. I think that's the problem. Only the Patriots is given a household name. Brady being around, right? Cardinals dig stuff. People know about the Pope pattern. Okay, all right, that's good, Mark. That's what you want to see. That's what you want to see, right? Ms. Grove says, "Be fire." I feel like we read the games the same because of the confetti. It would have been a read between the lines type of thing. I pay attention to. Yeah, absolutely. I pay attention to that. To me, I don't think that happened. I don't think that happened by accident. I don't. I'm at the game. I'm not there on TV. I'm at the game. And as you know, when you go to the games, what happens? We actually see things before people on TV see things because, and I know this for sure, and you guys know what I do, right? It's a pattern. Not a pattern. It's a delay on what you see on TV. It already happened about 15 or 20 seconds already. So if I'm tweeting it out real quick or I'm sending that information out to you guys real quick, you can catch it if you're fast enough. But if I'm telling you, yo, such and such just happened, look who was closest to the Super Bowl in the first version of the image. Yeah, but no, closest. Hold on. I think Drake May. No, I was checking something out. No, Drake May. Yeah, I mean Drake May, and then Sam Darnold is not too far. Okay, all right. When the first version came out, yeah. Oh no, I was just checking something out about one of these conspiracy things, right? Let's see. If Mahomes couldn't win with Tom in the house going for a three-peat, why would Drake May? Nah, he's Derrick Rose to MJ. Absolutely. Michigan not going to beat. We got to talk. We got to talk about that after the stream. Yeah. Will Brady show up at the Super Bowl? I wonder if he would. I don't see why he wouldn't. I don't see why they wouldn't show Tom Brady there in the in one of the owner suites or some shit watching the game. Right? If the Pats go there, right? And then San Francisco was always the team and he wanted to play for, just like Rodgers was. Just like Rodgers wanted to. Why Tom Brady can't be there enjoying the game? I can see it. Why not? Why not? Let me make sure I let this be known. See. I'm sorry, I'm actually writing something. All right. Let's see. What are they talking about?
Certainly have done that so far. 2nd and 5. 4-man rush. Darnold protected. Throws. Rifles to Smith-Njigba again.
Yep.
Already his 8th catch of the day. It's another first down.
Yeah, just an option route. They try to disrupt him. Landman just goes out over the top of him, and JSN works his way behind him. Again, he's the primary target for Darnold. That's where, when you're the play caller, you're thinking, okay, how can I get JSN the ball? And zone coverage, it's just a little harder to get him. You know, in man coverage, you kind of know, all right, we're really going to try to lock him up. But he's a bad man cover matchup for anybody on this Rams secondary. They got to deal with some of those shorter throws.
Fake pitch. Pressure on Darnold. In some deep trouble and just gets rid of it. Boy, Jared Goff. But a nice first half and heavy pressure.
All right. So what you guys think of how this game's going turn out? All right. Let's see what we got so far. What they putting on him? Let me see.
And tell you what, Tom, he doesn't look like it's affected him one bit.
Thought he's throwing the ball excellent today. He's kind of dealt with it and shrugged it off, and everyone's dealing with just different bumps and bruises. The oblique.
Come on now. This Sam Darnold, stop talking about this little oblique injury. Ain't nothing gonna happen with this joint. Y'all just trying to does it happen in the Super Bowl or something like that? If they win, why they keep talking about this goddamn injury? So the line is still the same, but it's 3rd and 12 right now. If anyone that wants to know, it's 3rd and 12. On Seattle on their own 35, 3rd and 12. So if the Rams can get the stop, they can get the ball back. Right? Yeah, 30 points. So there's a couple of people I've seen maybe a total of 3 people so far talk about they have over and unders in the 30s. Right now it is 30 points scored so far. So I don't know. Let's see what happens now. So it's 3rd and 12 on Seattle's 35. The Rams is still plus 135 on the line. Now it's a plus 2.5. But why? Why did it flip like that? So because it's 4th and 20. I'm sorry. Yeah. So it's 4th and 20. The ball's gonna go back to the Rams. Yes, because they went back. Okay.
And really throws the Rams defense off. There's no bullseye to hit with him.
Darnold, pressure again, steps away, and he's sacked. Rams get to Darnold for the second time. You heard Aaron talking about it.
Well, okay, so they got to him twice. Sam Darnold got twice. Shout out to my boy Calvin Williams. He said, I'm going with the Rams 666 win for the Rams. Stick with the basic. I feel you, Cal. You got to see a turnaround. I feel you, Cal. I ain't against it. Yeah, LeBron's fan. Yeah, my man Hulk boy. I like that. You caught that too, right? When LeBron's parlay with the Patriots and the Seahawks, right? Now, oh shit, the Seahawks got the ball back. Y'all. Seahawks got the ball back. They go them drop passes. Number 19 drop. Why he did that? Oh shit. Uh-oh. Is it safe to say this game's over? Uh-oh. Not looking good. They're going in that end zone. They're going in that end zone, bro. Touchdown. Yep. Now, you guys remember what I said about somebody opening up the game? So it didn't happen with the Broncos game. So is it safe to say we're going to see the Seattle Seahawks open up the game right now? Right? Open up the game right now. 24-13, 11-point lead. Seahawks. Minus 430 on the money line. Plus 300 for the Rams on the money line. Let me fix this up. Yeah. There we go. There we go. Here we go. Sam Darnold versus Drake May. That's what it seems like everybody's rocking with. And oh yeah, there you go. The 37 over. Shout out to you. There you go. There go to 37. So you good. You good either way. Worst comes to worst, you get your money back. But we don't see that happening. We definitely see somebody scoring again. So we already know that's going to happen. Fernie says it might be a blowout. That's what I'm saying. I know it's not over. It's not over yet. It's not over yet, y'all. But we can only go by what did I be careful with somebody running away with the game. You know? Running away with the game. It usually starts in the third quarter when somebody opens up the game. Right? But are they gonna make it exciting? Let's see. Now I just don't like the fact that it's a 6.5. I don't like that. Which I do understand if the Rams do get a touchdown with the extra point, it's now 20-24, right? But if they score, if they go for the field goal because they can't make no stop, then that's an 8-point game. The 6.5, I don't like that. For anybody that's in the end play, I don't like that. I think they should do better than that, right? Well, yeah. Drake May and Sam Darnold is the closest to the stadium. Just like the last four, That's what happened. Now is the same thing going to be this week? It's like the NFL is giving it to people, right? But then certain people scared to take it, right? Let's see what happens. Sam Darnold could win a ring over Allen in Jackson. Damn, this is what I'm saying. This shit. I'm just curious to know what's the conversation going to be about if your man Sam Darnold goes to a Super Bowl. Something that Lamar couldn't do. Who else? Who else couldn't do? Josh Allen couldn't do. Shit, you can even say Baker Mayfield, like all his counterparts, all the guys from the 2018 and 19 class, right? Those guys, Sam Darnold's about to go if they win this game. Yes, the Rams is at plus 320 on the line. I'll be shocked if both favorites win again. That's what I was saying, new number. Because it's so crazy. The Patriots are gonna be underdogs for the Super Bowl. So right now, everything is looking in the Seahawks' favor right now, to be honest with you. But that's only because with the way things are now. That's what it looked like. But that see ghost shit, Sam Darnold see ghost game that I told y'all, we might see a part 2 of that. If he wins, you're gonna see the Sam Darnold I see ghost game that happened against the the NFL, Twitter, everybody's gonna be posting that. But remember, that conversation came from here, people. Remember that shit. It's back to 5.5 again. 1st and 10 on Seattle's. They're on Seattle's 35 now, right? So if they get maybe another 5 yards or something, they should be good for for a field goal at worst. So it still brings it a 1-score game. Right now it's a 2-score game. 1st and 10 on Seattle's 35. I'm looking at this right with you guys. Yes, the Rams is driving. Told y'all the Seahawks win. Stafford 40-yard bomb. New England is winning the Super Bowl. Bank on it. All right, I just want people to be careful in the chat. Saying that stuff so early. That happened last week with certain teams, with the Bears that happened. '49ers that happened. Now it's back. It's 3.5. The line is down to 3.5, y'all. So the Rams is doing something. Do they get it in? Or do they settle for the field goal? Did anybody catch the Rams 3.5 in play? Not 3.5, 5.5 in play. There was a Rams plus 5.5 in play that I told you guys about in the first half. Let's see what happens, Captain. Devontae inside the 5. People got to be careful. G bro on Barchi, he said, I did. Shout out to you on that one. Shout out to you on that one. If I can't do nothing for y'all, let me do this. Touchdown Rams. Don't get nervous. My secret is I'm doing this on purpose. If your style is sick, mine must be allergic. Mine must be allergic. Mine must be allergic. Touchdown Rams. Keep trying to tell you, don't talk too quick. Don't talk too quick. Don't talk too quick. Telling you, I know how this goes. Don't talk too quick. Let the game play out. Now, back to business. They must want to work for you. They all in your business. Can I get a witness? About to work y'all niggas out like Planet Fitness. I know you sick and tired of being sick and tired. See, you on the Fed's payroll. You stay wired. Worry about yourself before you get fired. Caution tape, body bags, and sirens. Some people at so Dancer Poppy said you talking like you a rapper. You know I do got videos on my YouTube, right? Yeah, ain't know that. Caution tape, body bags, and sirens. Come on now, like what we got going on? What we got going on? Y'all like what's happening right now? What y'all think right now? What y'all think? Things gonna change up? What? Don't lie. Don't lie. Be honest.
Like back
I got that too.
and did it.
For those that don't know, that's exactly what I do too.
Are you fucking serious?
So now you know. Now you know. Shout out to the love in the chat. Yeah, some people probably don't know that. The reason why, listen, shout out to the love in the chat. What it is here's the thing. When I'm giving you guys like something, it's what you guys came for. You know, you guys is here to hear my take and also share your take on sports. So that's what I give you. I try not to give you the other me because that's not what you guys is looking for. You know? But if there's anyone that do want some music, of course I can send it and things like that. You know, the beat and you know the theme and all that. I make all of that. But you know, yeah, that's a little. So I just had to throw that there, that whole pound cake, because that pound cake. I remember I wrote that literally in like 20 minutes, and then I went and just recorded the video and did it. So yeah, you know, a little something. So shout out to y'all. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to for Floyd. I actually was on Smack. It didn't come out because of the audio. In 2010, I was on Smack, you know, Smack Battle Rap. The audio was not good for that battle. I went against a dude named Johnny Danger, and it was a couple of battles that didn't get to make it on YouTube because the audio it just wasn't good, right? So yeah, a little something. Going on. So shout out to all my guys and my supporters. Because once again, I just don't really show you guys that because that's not what, you know, you guys don't want to hear that shit. You know, I know how it goes. Like, come on, I came to hear about this. You talking about this other shit. You know, so you know, that's what but I have a movie that I'm actually working on too. Yes, I have a movie that I'm working on, and I want to aim for the Tubi, a lot of Tubi movies as well. So I'm letting you guys know. So when I need extra actors and shit like that, you guys better be available. Yeah, I have a couple of movies I have written down. Short films. I like short films. Get straight to the point. Don't bore people out, right? A lot of sports. Since we're talking about sports here, you should see the sports betting movie. Not sports betting, but the sports short films that I have. Think about all the things that we talk about. Guys in the chat, think about all the things we talk about. You don't think I'm going to incorporate this in a lot of short films I'm working on? You must be bugging if you don't think I am. I'm telling y'all. If Niners lose again, damn, you a lot of you guys in the chat is really have Marshawn Lynch being involved in this Super Bowl coming up. I don't blame you. I'm not saying you're wrong for that, but I see that a lot of you guys have Marshawn Lynch involved in this Super Bowl. So now let's see what's going on, right? Los Angeles Rams is 4.5 plus 250 on the money line. Minus 340 for the Seahawks. They 1st and 10 on LA's 20. That's the thing. So if they can hold them to a field goal, it'll just be a 7-point game. Graduated. Who graduated from NYU? Wait. Miss Grove, you graduated here in NYU, and then what? You have moved to Denver, or am I bugging? Let me know if that, because you in Denver now, right? Because you was here. Okay, so you know about New York. You know about New York, and film production was your background. Bomb. Grizz says, is Marshawn Lynch suiting up and playing? No, he's not. No, he's not playing. No, he's not. No. But you know what's gonna happen, right? Marshawn Lynch is like one of the photographers for the Super Bowl, not for the NFL. So you do know he's gonna be taking pictures that game. You know you're gonna see Marshawn Lynch taking pictures in the Super Bowl, especially if the Seahawks make it. So you're still on the East Coast? You just on the Florida part on the East Coast. From BK New York. Yo, listen, that's another one from New York. I had a couple of people in the chat from the last chat, from last live to this one. I'm from New York. I heard Queens in the building. There was a Brooklyn in the building, right? We got another Brooklyn in the building. Come on now. Stop playing. They minus 520 on the line too, y'all. The line went back up to 6.5. Do you guys think something funny is going to happen in this game? Seahawks touchdown. 31-20. This game, it might play around 20. Cooper Kupp, if Cooper Kupp goes back to the Super Bowl, I don't think he's going to do anything. I don't think so. He's not going to be a factor. He's not going to get MVP. I don't think so. I don't think Cooper Kupp is going to get MVP again. Nah, I highly doubt that. I think it's going to be somebody else, right? If it's Sam Darnold or JSN, number 11 JSN, I think those will probably be the two factors in that game with Seattle. I don't think it's going to be Cooper Kupp. That's me personally. I don't think he's going to get that twice. There you go. And this game might open up. I'm gonna be honest with you. JSN can get MVP, yeah, of the Super Bowl. Him, or they might just give it to Sam Darnold. The Sam Darnold I see ghost game. I have a nice Hollywood resume and production. Send your your YouTube your YouTube joint. Do you work on movies? Let me know. Like what type of stuff you plan on working on? Like what are the things you plan on working on? Ward says, 41-37, 41 Super Bowl number is 41, reflection of 14. Oh my God, there you go. That 14 never stops, man. Them boys is putting up points. That's right, Rich. Yep. This game, the Hawks is going to get to 41, in my opinion. You know what? You guys heard what he just said? Hold on. Because he might have a point there. Oh, and it's 51 right now. That's the over and under. So for anybody that got the 48.5, you're good. 48.5, the score is 20-31. That's 51 points. So you're good. 48.5, been through. Now, you know what? It's 67.5. What do you guys think of that over and under? 61.5 right now. Is it going to be a blowout? Are the Rams going to score any more? Because that 67.5 is quite enticing. Like, I may want to put an under on that, to be honest with you. If Seattle, if they're supposed to just run the ball, right? Being that the Rams can't really stop them on defense, right? That's how they have the game going. If the Rams can't stop them on defense, why don't Seattle just run the ball? Are you banking on Seattle, the Rams still scoring? Is that what it is, y'all? Yes. Message me. Yes, message me later. Let me put. Let me. You got. Hold on. Let me do this. God damn, man. Fuck. Let me write something. But yeah. This for you guys to like send me shit too. But we got. So you guys think this game's pretty much over? That's what it is, right? Be honest. Be honest. You do. You think this game is over. But that 67.5 is there for a reason. I don't know. That's a little suspect to me. Yeah, yeah. The email right here on top. Let me put it right here. Let's place it right here. HellenBackProductions@gmail.com. HellenBackProductions@gmail.com. It's right there at the top. So it's 20-31. Let me know if you see that. HellenBackProductions@gmail.com. Right? So the spread is 7.5. 20-31. That 67.5 over and under is very suspect to me, y'all. It's very suspect to me. A lot of you guys saying the Rams are going to pull this out. This game is just getting started. JSN for sure. GF says nope. Yosef says, so the Pats lose if the Rams lose. Here's the thing, Yosef. We got to see what this game does, though, before we had that conversation. If you look at the chat, you hearing people saying this game is just getting started. Maybe the Rams come back, because wasn't it Seattle that came back against the Rams the last game, right? Hey, now the spread went back down to 6.5. I'm just, trying to let you guys know live. JSN for sure. That's Trilogy saying that JSN will probably get the Super Bowl MVP if they make it and win the game. Yosef, yes, Yosef. Yeah, that's my email for the ones that gotta email me. You make music and beats be fire? Yes, I do. Absolutely. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Boom. Adams, another long pass reception. Yes, shout out to Ward, man. Shout out to y'all guys. Y'all guys doing your thing. Back to Seattle 47. It feels more safe if they can get to Seattle's maybe 35, right, y'all? If you can get to Seattle's 35, it'll make more sense. That way you can at least get 3 points. Because if you want a 47, that really doesn't do nothing. You're still going to punt the ball if you can't do anything. Hulk Boy says, y'all crazy as hell if you think this is over. Damn. God, yo, chat, for everybody that's not in the chat that is listening, what do you guys think? Do you guys think this game is over? Because everybody's telling me you are crazy if you think this is over. Hulk Boy says, y'all crazy as hell. I'm sorry, you are crazy if you think this game is over. I knew Adams was going to go off. My man, native Baltimore. Yep. I'm gonna check that. I'm gonna check that right now. Actually, yeah, I'm gonna check that right now. I see it. I see it too, Grove. Yep. Yes, I think. I'm gonna call Bill. I'm gonna call Bill Darth Vader. That's his new name. Because, Bill always have that different perspective, and it's funny, though. I be laughing. He says, yeah, I think it's over. The Ram defense can't do anything. Rich says it's not over. Joseph says this game isn't over. That's 61 point. Wait, 61 point or 67? Let me go back to that. Hold on. No, it was 60. It was actually 67, Joe. Now it's 66 and a half. 2nd and 10 on Seattle's 47. See, they got to get far. They need at least 10 more yards. They need at least 10 more yards. And yes, we do have a fourth quarter going. I do understand that, y'all. This is getting exciting now. I see y'all waking up now. Brandon says it'll be another overtime, just like the last game. Ward says it was 67. Yeah, it was 67, Joe. It was 67. Yeah, I got the Grove. I'm gonna read that in a second. I want to see what they freaking do. Yeah, Joseph. See, you got the email with the let me know about the beats and shit like that. Yeah. So you see the email. Good looks. Good looks, Joseph. It was 63. I got it at, you got it at 63. That's good. That's good. Now this is a game. Last game was boring. That's what Charlie said. Shout out to Charlie in chat. You're like, yo, last game was boring. This game was better. Man, I'm trying to keep up with all you guys freaking comments right now, like in real time. Because we need to see, this is the thing. 3rd and 12. They're gonna have to throw the ball, bro. This might have to be a fourth quarter game. The spread went down to 5.5 too, by the way, y'all. 4th and 12, which is kind of weird to me. Why is it 4th and 12 when they're down by 11, but the spread is 5.5? Am I missing something, y'all? Is there a first down or something like that? Because it's 4th and 12 on Seattle's 49. The spread is 5.5. Am I missing something? What's going on with that? Now I'm watching it. I'm watching a penalty, right? It was a penalty for taunting. Penalty. Refs got the sign from the Rams back as haha on Seattle. Wait. I ain't gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm gonna be dead honest. See, remember, I respect for both teams, but to me, that's kind of bullshit. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I'm gonna be honest on no unbiased shit. To me, this is why I always question too, people. If this is real, you don't think that these boys have emotions? They got emotions. I may want to talk shit. And look, it's number 27, number 14 coming to play. 2 times 7 is what?
Are you fucking serious?
Look at that. Touchdown. That's a touchdown. Touchdown. You know this is fake. Puka Nacua, touchdown. That's what I'm saying. When I saw that 5.5, that shit was mad weird to me. Well, even if he didn't get, it's still going to be a first down anyway. It's still, if he lands right there on the line, right? If he lands on the line, he didn't go out of bounds by the time he landed. That's a touchdown. Any other time, I don't even want to sound biased because you guys already know that. I don't want to sound biased. I don't even want to do that. I don't want to do that. And number 27 was guarding him too. You noticed that, right? But any other time, once you hit the orange, it always hits. Wow. I think this is a case for Matthew Stafford getting the MVP, bro. He has to win this game to get MVP. Because if Seattle beats his ass this game, it won't make no sense to give him MVP. Even though, because I already know you guys are going to come crush me in the chat. Be fire. It does not matter. The playoffs don't matter because I already know that's what all of you guys are going to say. Yes, this I do know. right? So let's see what the line is talking about. Well, they're gonna go over it because it's not official. To let you guys know that it's not official. They're not counting that yet. I think they're going over it. So let's see what happens. They're on commercial break right now. Shout out to my guys in the chat. You guys is excellent. You guys is excellent. That's what I like. I like knowledge. I like knowledge. I like whatever way you going. If you going the Seahawks way, if you going the Rams way, there's no biasness here. You know, from me. Right? Whoever y'all rocking with, whoever y'all rocking with. Like I said, I gave a case for both teams. Right? So that's official touchdown. Yes, that's an official touchdown. Okay. Official touchdown. There you go. An official touchdown in the works. That's what's up. Right? So yeah, like I said, if you're going for the Seahawks, oh well. If you're going for the Rams, oh well. I do admit that was a bullshit call with the flag. But I keep trying. Listen, when you guys wake up and you turn your TV on and you get ready to watch these games, you have to know some bullshit is going to be called, especially in the conference games. Come on, guys. You guys know that. No matter which way it is, you got to know some bullshit is going to happen. What do we always say every game? Expect to see some what? Some bullshit, right? Is some bullshit going to happen? We always say that, right? Even if Seattle still wins the game, that was bullshit, right? That could fuck up in-play bettors. Whatever. For now, officially, whoa. Okay. So now, let me update you. Officially, 33.5, 3.5 is the new line. That's the current line as I'm speaking. The Rams is a plus 3.5, right? They're plus 3.5. Obviously, Seattle minus 3.5. The money line is plus 200 for the Rams versus the minus 265 for Seattle. Any of you guys feeling froggy and want to leap? Either way, I'm just asking. But if anybody's banking on the Rams, which I heard a lot of you say that, it's plus 200. Yeah, the teasers is busted on the over. Yeah, what is it, 58? You guys don't think Seahawks or the Rams is good enough for... No, that's 58, though. What was it, 67, right? 67 is what I last said it was. It's at 72.5 right now. So we got another high-scoring game between them. Interesting. Matthew Stafford is... This is what Ward is saying, guys. Matthew Stafford is 7-2 all-time versus the Seahawks. So he can become 7-3 or he can become 8-2, right? Ward says Matthew John Stafford, which is his actual whole name, equals 82 in Gematria. We'll see. So that's interesting. Okay, Ward. So he has to win this game now, right? Mark says a Rams pick 6 is coming. That's what Mark says. Bill says 2-7 is in the in play. What you mean by the 2-7 being in play? One of the players number 27, or let me know what you mean by that, Bill. The MVP doesn't win the championship. Yes, that's right, Jeffrey. But hold on, Jeffrey. Let's go back to that conversation. Let's go back to that, Jeffrey. Not necessarily true. And let me tell you this, Jeffrey. When it comes to the Rams, you may not want to say that. When it comes to the Chiefs, you may not want to say that. Those are the teams to where their MVP wins the Super Bowl. Not 100% of the time, but their MVPs win the Super Bowl. And the Rams and the Chiefs have that connection, that Missouri connection, if you don't know. So I'm going to let you know about that. The Rams have a score of 27. Yeah, okay, that's what you mean. That's what you mean. Yes. So, Jeffrey, when it comes to a Rams player and a Chiefs player, that's one. Those are two teams that we don't add in that whole mix of quarterbacks. MVPs don't win Super Bowls because usually it's going to be a Ram or a Chief that's going to achieve that goal. The NFL makes sure they have that happen. Kurt Warner, Patrick Mahomes. You know, just to let you guys know that. For those that's new, that's listening, that's not familiar with me saying that. Shout out to the 93 people that we got watching. Shout out to y'all. I like it. Y'all in here. Got 93 people watching right now. I'm glad I'm entertaining y'all. Shout out to y'all. My guys in the chat also. Shout out to y'all. Right? Let's see. Okay, so it's 3rd and 10 on Seattle's on their own 27. So obviously you guys know the score. I don't got to keep telling you that. So it's 1st and 10 now. So they got 1st and 10 on their 37. 1st and 10 on their 37. Let's see what they do. If the Rams can hold them to like a field goal, then it could be something because they keep letting them score touchdowns. They got 31 points. And Seattle, that is. They don't have 31 points off of field goals. They scoring touchdowns. They're getting in the end zone. So, we gotta see what happens, right? We have to see exactly what happens. But like I said, if Seattle does win, you're gonna hear about the Sam Darnold I see ghost game against the Patriots. Because that's when it happened. So if you get a rematch against the Patriots, that's all you're gonna hear. Every single person here on on this live, please tag me whenever you hear the media talk about the IC Ghost game. Please tag me. Just please tag me. Please tag me. And please let it be known. We spoke about this first. It's not about who's breaking what first, but you're going to hear about Sam Darnold seeing ghosts if Seattle wins this game. No, I'm not. Yes, we are going to hear about it. You know how? You know why? I promise you we'll hear about it. You want to know? You want to know why, GF, if that's what you're talking about? You want to know why? Because it was against the Patriots. When Sam Darnold went through that shit, it was against the Patriots. So if he goes against the Patriots again in the Super Bowl, they're going to bring that up. I promise you they're going to bring that up. I promise you. Just like when I told everybody they're going to bring up the whole 2017 season. When your man Bo Nix went down, I literally said it and put it out there. They're going to talk about the 2017 season. You know what they started talking about later the next day? Not later the next day, early the next day. 2017 season, the whole all over again. I mean, it's a lot of things. It's a lot of things. But just to name a few, like that's what they do. So end of the third quarter, we're going into the fourth quarter, y'all. 2nd and 5, Seattle on their 42. So Seattle's on their 42. We're going into the fourth quarter. Yeah, I saw that too. Who keep putting 100 down? Hold on. Oh, Yeti. My man, yeah. So, Yeti, you put another 100 down? Now, what are you putting 100 down on now? Let me know what you putting 100 down on now. $71.5 at -120 odds. This ain't over. Yeah. And that's what? Only 58 points scored. You right, Dancing. Anybody that's on that over and under, hopefully you can get your 67.5 over with that, because now it's pushed to 71.5. You may, I mean, that's a good sign, right? But you need it to hit. You need to get close to what you need. Oh, let me fix that. That looks a little. Fix that right there. All right, that looks a little better. That's better. It's looking all sloppy and shit. It's better now. Yeah. Okay. So. No. Oh boy. No, I thought you said that. Oh, he said that ain't me, bro. That's oh, so Hulk boy, I'm crazy because I keep putting 100 on the Rams every chance I get cracking the fuck up. You know what's so crazy? If that shit wins, Hulk boy can talk his shit because the Rams been an underdog throughout this whole game. The only shit I was telling people about was that plus 5.5 Rams in play, right? But I mean, it's not too far. Don't get me wrong. This is the fourth quarter. You think I'm not gonna be paying attention to that line, right? But now they on LA's 44 now. You know, they on LA's 44, 1st and 10, and that's the problem. The Rams can score all day they want, but if you ain't stopping them, it makes no sense. You're already losing the game.
Now, when he changed it, the defense can communicate, so they get to more of a conservative call, their cover 2 version. And now Sam's got to make a play with his feet. So that's the ability. When we talk about communication as a road team, as a home team, you have all the verbal cues. You can use everything.
I hear people saying Rams in that 666 game.
You know, an infinite amount more time.
Oh, got him. Damn. Can I ask you a question? How many yards did Sam Darnold lose off of that play just now? You saw how clean that was? But that was definitely a scripted, thank you, D. That was a scripted sack. You saw that? Are they trying to get him out of how are they on the LA's 49? Okay, well, all right, fine. Whatever. LA 49. You could just say the 50 in the middle of the field. Whatever. They got to keep them there, though. It's 3rd and 15, though. You got to watch for the long pass right now. 9 yards. 9 yards? Damn, Bill says 9 yards. Hulk says 9 yards. You saw that, right? Grove says, if you took the under after watching the Denver game, just drink some warm ginger ale, and go lay down. And I wonder if she says go lay down and kill yourself.
Are you fucking serious?
I don't know. I had to finish it. I'm not sure if that's what she was saying, but I'm going to assume that. But don't put the word. I'm not trying to put no words in nobody's mouth. So they're 3rd and 10 on LA's 44. See, that's the thing. They got to get a stop. We got a game. We got an interesting game. Fernie, he says this is where Sam Darnold sells. I can't blame him. He has a history of doing shit like that. Flag in a neutral zone infraction. So that's the reason why they got the 5 yards. Right? That's the reason why they got the 5 yards. Okay. They got to watch out for the long pass, though. Calvin says they're not letting 2 new quarterbacks in the Super Bowl unless one of them been in there already, a.k.a. Matthew Stafford. Let's see what I said. Oh, they got it. They got to stop. They got to stop.
Great coverage. He's got us kind of scan all the way back to the right side.
Number 22. Go for it. Number 14 got this. Let me tell you something.
Durant to drive on that ball in a really nice time pass breakup.
The Rams have changed punt returners.
You know what's so crazy? And if I had to, the way they script these games, I think number 14 for the Rams is their most valuable player on defense. Number 14 is their most valuable player on defense. But of course, when it comes to scripted sports, they're not going to acknowledge that. So it is what it is. Yeah, shout out to all my guys, man. This is, Super Bowl. We should have a nice live. I still have to figure out what I'm bringing as far as the Super Bowl, like what equipment. I don't want to bring heavy equipment. I have tons and tons of equipment and shit like that. But No, we going live. We're going live, but I'm still gonna figure it out. And shit. mm, I don't know if I'm gonna be live when the game is. No. Actually, I probably would, but it won't be like. I'll probably be alive. I'll probably be live to have like a real reaction with you guys too. You know, use my phone and have a real reaction during the game at some parts of the game and shit. Hopefully, my voice ain't hoarse after the game like it was that Super Bowl when the Pats beat the Falcons. I couldn't even talk. I lost my voice the next day. I remember that one. That was a great memory. Nah, my stream ain't behind. Just you have Desmond. You have to restart it. I tell people just restart it. Like refresh it. Yeah, just refresh it. Trust me. It'll be behind maybe 3 seconds or whatever, but no, it'll catch up. Because what I do is I also watch my live from a different device and I pay attention to my movements and what I do and see how long it syncs up from when I'm saying it in real time with you guys from when I see it on a live. And it's only like maybe 2-3 seconds. So what you guys got to do, if you feel like the live is behind, you just restart it, refresh it. It's there. Trust me. Because I watch it too. I'm watching it and I'm monitoring it in real time as well. Where I'm going to be streaming at from the Super Bowl, I have three choices. I have three choices. One place is a first come first serve, and I might go to where I went when the Patriots went against the Falcons. I might go there again. I might be going back there so far. That's what it's looking like. My man Banshee, how's your weather, B5? It is horrible. It's horrible up here. The weather's horrible, B. It's horrible, Banshee. It's horrible. It's horrible. Where you at? Your weather better? Yeah, I was showing the guys I worked the Rams video with the Magic Mind Reader, the Oz dude. Yeah, that was crazy. It was, but huh, we got to see if the one of them at least make it, right? The Broncos didn't make it. Would it be the Rams? At least. But pay attention to that score too. If the Super Bowl happens, even if it's the Seahawks and the Patriots, I'm going to bet on a 23-14 score. Yeah, you in New Jersey. Oh, you know it's wild. Hulk boy, it's freaking horrible over there where you at. Horrible. Anybody that's driving on the turnpike or even a what's that shit? Not the turnpike. What's the Garden State? They are tripping. Because you on the Canada stream. Maybe it is. Maybe you may be right. Okay, LA is on their 49, right? They can't go for no field goal. Even though it's 11 minutes remaining in the game, they can't go for no field goal. They have to go for a touchdown. You're in the Northwest, so it's like 30 degrees. So you're like around Wisconsin? What's up? Oh, am I bugging? Right? Wisconsin or some shit like that. The roads are horrible in the 9-5. The 9-5, I don't think anybody. And if you don't have an all-wheel drive, stay off the road. If you're driving in a regular car and you don't have an all-wheel drive, just stay off the road. Just stay off the road because your car's gonna turn. Luckily, everybody else should be driving slow, so it could be a little safe, right? But be careful if you don't have an all-wheel drive, and just be careful. Minus 120 on the money line right now for the Rams. Minus 108 for this Because they're on the Seahawks 35 right now. That's why. They're on the Seahawks 35 right now. We got to see what happens. You still got to worry about what Stafford is going to do though. You know, I'm sorry, because I know people saying Seattle stopped trying, but them defensive stops, bro. I ain't gonna lie, I'll be worried about those defensive stops. I'm sorry, I'm watching. What? All right. The coordinators control the game. Midnight Cypher, you know what the deal is, my guy. You know that. You know that shit. Of course. Hell yeah. Rams or Seahawks. This is what Dalbo is saying. The Rams or the Seahawks are winning the Super Bowl. That's how I feel. Whoever wins this, I think is winning the Super Bowl. Whoever. That's why I say this is good for me. I just don't like that these two teams have to go against each other in the finals. But either or, it's good. But y'all know me. I have to be fit. I can't just switch up all the way. I'm sticking with the number 5. I'm sticking with the number 5. Rams. I'm sticking with the number 5. So sticking with the 5 with the Rams. I'm gonna stick with that. If they lose, Seattle. I'm not taking the Patriots. I'm not. Unless I'm digging up some shit and it makes sense for me to pick the Patriots. Because remember, it's a business. So let's see what we got going on. So it's going to be 4th and 1, right? What do? You got to get a stop though. Go for it. Go for the field goal. Right? Well, there you go. 1st and 10. 1st and 10 on Seattle 24. So they at least go for a field goal. Worst comes to worst. But the Rams have had this ball for about 3 minutes. You're wasting time off the clock. So you actually have to go and get a touchdown. You see what I'm saying? Since you're wasting time off the clock, you got to go get that touchdown. You got to go get that touchdown now. It'll be a difference if you went 3 and out, which I wouldn't suggest that, but I'm saying, it depends if a sacrifice takes place in the next couple days. Well, you know that's going to happen. If the Rams win a Super Bowl II, there's a death I want to show you guys that you guys forgot about. But I can't show it yet until we see what happens. That was a stupid ass play. What's the flag for? Who's the flag on? First and 5 on. So that was against the Seahawks. Yes, the Pats was a 2 seed. Yes. If the Rams win the game, they're a 5 seed. I mean, they're the 5 seed. So 2 versus 5 on the 250th anniversary for America. 2-5. You know? Yep. Seattle body language. I know exactly what you're talking about, Desmond. You know the deal. You see it and I see it. You see it and I see it. The only thing is I would feel more better if the Rams get a touchdown. But I know exactly what you're talking about. Those who know. That body language it's always something. Yes, on the 25th. Today's the 25th. 2 midnight decipher. That's what I'm talking about, my guy. That's the type of shit I like to hear. All the Rams games been close. Yeah, that's the bad part. Second and 4. Second and 4 in Seattle, 6. I don't like teams that I'm rooting for, or even the teams I'm going against. I don't like red zones, as crazy as it sounds, right? I don't. If I'm rooting for a team, I'd rather them score. Like, don't be in a red. I'm scared of red zones. I don't like red zones, bro. I really don't like red zones. I don't. Even for teams that I'm rooting for, I don't like red zones. 3rd and 4th. What y'all gonna do? Like if y'all get the 4th down, what are you gonna do? You gonna run it, or you want to take that extra point? It's 5 minutes. It's gonna be 5 minutes left. You said Seahawks is acting defeated, right? It's their body language. Let's see that body language, right? But the thing is, what's so crazy, y'all? The Rams ain't getting it in. They're not punching it in though. Could have ran that in. The Rams is acting like they don't want to score too. 4th and 4. Go for it no matter what. That's what I'm saying. Like, this can be the game, to be honest with you. Depending on, like, how many timeouts the Rams got? That money line went to 255 on the Rams. Plus 255. That's a bad sign, y'all. Turnover. It's ball game. That's ball game. It's ball game. How many timeouts the Rams got? He wanted a flag. The Seattle that is.
Get it back with 4:54 to go in the lead.
So, I'm telling y'all, to me, bro, yeah, I don't think they're going to get the ball back. To me, red zones in football, I'm telling you, red zones in football is not a good thing. I know a lot of people may disagree, but the red zone is not a good thing. I would rather a motherfucker be 20 yards back and a quarterback throws it into an end zone. But being in that red zone, right? The whole red zone shit, I don't trust teams in the red zone, bro. If I'm rooting for them, I don't trust them in the red zone. And teams that I'm going against, when they get in the red zone, which is weird, is a chance that I think they're going to score. Red zones to me is horrible, bro. With the way that ended just now, I would rather you just go for a field goal, even though I know that's a stupid thing to do. You guys would be like, yo, why would you do that? That's stupid. But I'm just saying, if you can't punch that shit in, man, I would take the fucking 3 points, even though that's not the logic thing to do. Red zone is the high IQ area of football. It's dangerous. That's what I'm saying. In real football, these things don't end up the way you guys think it does. Sam Darnold in the Super Bowl. I see ghosts. Down to the wire games. That's what I'm saying too. It makes it not fun. As crazy as it sounds, like you want to be excited, but knowing that you get those type of games, it's like, come on. For all that, the team that I'm rooting for, They might as well just get blown out. TB the GOAT, he says the Rams are still winning the game. We got to see if they get the ball back. Donald said the Rams are still winning this. We got to see what happens in the end. And here's my thing too. Drake May, give Drake May the MVP. But if we don't get no Rams in the Super Bowl, now if Drake May was to get the MVP, you can comfortably fade Drake May. Right? You could comfortably fade Drake May. It's funny that they're starting they're starting where they're starting, all the way back there. Do we see something stupid? Let's go, y'all. Mark, you said game over. Game over for who? Game over for Seahawks or Rams? First and 10 on the Seahawks. 4 minutes left. The Rams is playing soft defense. Dudes can't tackle. They're not allowed to. They control, yeah. Number 14 for the Rams, cornerback. Possible INT. The Hawks, I don't see a comeback. Yeah, I don't see a comeback. Well, the odds dropped down, though. It's plus 430 now. 2nd and 7. They still down there. It was plus 420. I've seen worse. I've seen worse odds. I'll tell you what, for this Super Bowl coming up, listen, everybody, this is what we're going to do. We're going to think about the score 23-14. 23-14 for the Super Bowl, no matter who wins this game. Not saying that that's going to be the final score, but you may want to look into that. 2nd and 7 of Seattle on their 28 still. The line had dropped to plus 300 Rams now, and minus 430 for the Seahawks. So it looked like the Rams is stopping them, I guess. So it's plus 285 now for the Rams. Minus 400 for the Seahawks, that is, for those that's on the Seahawks. Right? So let's see what happens. Third and 7, right? So 3rd and 7 on the Seattle 28 as well, right? It's 3 minutes and 26 seconds left, right? 3rd and 8. You know what I'm thinking about right now as I'm quiet? Now I'm really thinking about who's going to get the MVP. Because like I said, I do think it's determined by these games. I really do. I really, really do. I think it's determined by these games. Drake May is now in the Super Bowl. I'm just saying. Does Drake May get to win a Super Bowl? But you give Matthew Stafford the MVP. Because granted, I do know that not every MVP is going to go to the Super Bowl. Remember, Josh Allen got MVP. He didn't go to a Super Bowl, right? But they're at least going to play in a division, a conference championship, right? At times, you know. 3rd and 7 on Seattle's 28. Sean O'Malley won his fight. Yes, absolutely. Yes. No matter what, this Super Bowl about to be crazy. They got to make it exciting. Right? Sam Darnold, he got to win. It's going to be a snooze bowl. If Stafford wins, he gets MVP. I don't think he ever won. I don't think Stafford ever got an MVP, right? No, he never got no MVP. No. The public really won this time. You are right, Chosen. Yes, after this game, the Seahawks win. The public won this week. They won last week. They even won wild card. And a lot of people keep telling me no, they didn't. Yes, they did. They won wild card as well. Yes, they did. I remember us having those conversations. Now the thing is, does the public win on a Super Bowl? Because the New England Patriots are going to be dogs, 3.5. What's going on? What are they doing? Oh, commercial. I have to refresh. Then the Pats is definitely winning. You see, you see what I'm saying? That's going to be a hard one to decide, bro. It is, but you got to still pay attention to the storylines. Now, let me tell you guys this: being that this game is almost over, one thing I have been seeing before the game gets back on, I've been seeing the number 7 a lot. We've been seeing 27 a lot, even though we know that's 14, right? The number 27 has been coming up a lot. You can add the 2 and the 7, and you get the 9 that can represent Stafford. But the 2 and the 7, since the playoffs started, I kept in mind that the Patriots being the number 2 seed and they can win their 7th Super Bowl did come into play. Not that I'm rooting for that, because I'm not rooting for it. But it did come into play, right? If the Rams lose this game, they stay on 27. Last time I checked, did somebody tell me that 27 actually means a bad thing? It means lose. Matthew Stafford got his hat on. Why he got his hat? See, when you see shit like that, that should tell you something. Jamal Davis, shout out to you, my guy. Glad you here, man. Subscribe. Glad you here. Matthew Stafford got his hat on. You guys usually know what that mean, right? You guys usually know what that means. This game is over, bro. Sam Darnold ghost game. Sam Darnold ghost game. Now, do they take a knee and don't score no more? It's the reason why I say that. And I'm going to say it after the game. I'm going to say it after the game. If they take a knee. Matthew Stafford had his hat on. Good looks with that description, my guy. That's right. That's right. Damn, I guess the LeBron parlay did actually hit, y'all. That's crazy. Seahawks got 2 timeouts. Shit. I mean, it's not like it's 1 minute left. I know that, but Sean McVay, what was he doing? And I tell you this too. This is the Rams' last chance to win the Super Bowl in a very long time. I tell you that much. This is their last chance to win the Super Bowl. This is the last chance. This is next year they're not doing it in SoFi. Let me tell you guys this. I'm taking them off. They're not going to the Super Bowl next. So that's one team that's going off, along with any team that has a black head coach / black quarterback, right? Not anybody that's listening. No, I'm not freaking racist. No, I just speak the truth on what goes on, right? They don't let those teams win. Seems like the Lions, they don't let them win. Cowboys, they don't let them win. So Rams, I could take them out. It's going to be very interesting next year. Yeah, the LeBron parlay. The LeBron parlay can actually hit. Damn. The Bills and the Chargers, they cook by default, exactly. Wow. Seahawks. You know what's so crazy? I'm still in shock that I actually like called it and should have just fucking went super crazy with it, yo. Wow. I'm really in disbelief. I swear, I'm really in disbelief that it actually came true. What, 1st and 10 on Seattle 49? Okay. Wow. Seahawks moving the ball, yeah. It's 3:05 left. JSN, man. JSN. Yo, next maybe our next live, we're gonna go over our live that we did about Seattle Seahawks going to the Super Bowl. Right? Just to let you guys know. So be prepared for that. Let me see. What's this? No, not that one, dummy. Not that one. Give me the other one. I did another one. We are going to go over that. We're going to do that live. That's going to be a fun live. And we're going to break down how we called it. What we liked, what we didn't like, what we could have shit that happened. So we're about to see what's going on. Brody's birthday is on the 14th. Who you talking about? Everybody's going to be on the pad. Everybody's going to be betting on the pads. You think so? Hopefully. I see the betting line. It went down a little bit, but it's going back and forth. It's going back and forth. Let's see. Let's see what happens. Come on, how doesn't it pop up? I'm sorry, y'all. God damn, I'm trying to do it without. All right.
Think they got a run in here. They won't. Darnold on a play action. Throws. It's incomplete, and there's a flag, though. Hang on.
Yeah, that's going to be first down.
And this is going to be against the Rams.
Yeah. You know what I noticed? Every time Sean McVay has something good going on with him, he always loses a game. Whenever he has, like when his daughter was born, the next game, a couple days late, the next day, he lost. His birthday was yesterday, he lost. But this also happened to him in the past with a lot of things. Whenever something good happens with Sean McVay, he ends up losing a game. That's a little clue right there for you guys to bet against Sean McVay in the future. When it comes to like good things happening to him. Whenever you hear about something good happening to Sean McVay, all you have to do is bet against him on his next game. Usually he loses. It sounds crazy, but that's what usually happens with your man Sean McVay. So now you guys know. That's another thing. Right? So yeah. Next live, we are going to go over this live right here. Shit. We're going to go over this live right here. Right? As you guys can see. Anyone that's looking on the screen. Anyone that's looking on the screen, as you can see right here, we're going to go and talk about this live right here. Oh, snap. Can't show that. We're going to talk about this live right here. Seattle Seahawks NFC champs. The one that we did 3 months ago. 3 months ago, we did this NFC champs Seattle. Or we can even talk about the one before that, right? Either one. We can talk about any one of those. Or we can go over both of them. So there you go. Didn't your last live stream a Sean versus Sean Super Bowl? Yes. Yeah, I said it could be a Sean versus Sean, a Mike versus Mike, and a Sean versus Mike. And the Mike versus Mike really didn't give enough. It didn't really give nothing too much. Well, it kind of. I can go back into the notes for you. Let's go. Right. With the Mike versus Mike, this is basically, it can be this, right? The Mike versus Mike, that actually equals up to 76. Mike versus Mike, right? So if you just do 7 times 6, that, I mean, nothing really too much with that, to be honest with you. But that was more of a subtraction thing. If you take away, if the 7 take away 6 gives you the 1, the Seahawks stand for the number 1 seed. That can give you the Seahawks winning the Super Bowl if you get a Mike versus a Mike. So once again, Mike versus Mike equals 76 because Mike is 38. And this is not Gematria. This is on the alphabet. The M, the I, the K, and the E. M is 13, I is 9, K is 11, E is 5. You add all that up, you get 38, right? So if you get a Mike versus Mike, 38 plus 38, or 38 times 2, that'll give you 76. 7 take away 6, that'll give you the 1. That should tell you the Seahawks should win the Super Bowl. Should. Just to put that out there. But if no one likes that case, you don't have to rock with that one. Stafford getting MVP. I mean, he played in the conference championship. Most of the time, they'll play in the conference championship. But I would like for Drake May to get it and play in the Super Bowl. That way you could feel more confident in the Seattle Seahawks. Sam Darnold's going to get a Super Bowl and a ring before Josh Allen. Sadly enough, Drake May or Sam Darnold is going to get a ring before Josh Allen. My fault. I mean, they're not. How many times did they use that? No, they didn't use their timeout. Oh, Brady's so annoying. So they could do another a Matthew Stafford miracle again, whether they win it or not, because it's 4-13. 52 seconds left. What the fuck? Ram, no timeout. Oh, now, okay. That's what I meant to tell you guys. Yeah, it's over. What I meant to tell you guys is 5.5. Did anybody take the plus 5.5? Did anybody take the 5.5 in play with the Rams? Please let me know in the chat. And yes, the 4. Yes, Sam wears number 14. Number 14 in the Super Bowl, baby. 14. I just feel good about that number, using that number all year long. You took that. You took that. There you go. There you go. 5.5. Yeah. Minnesota Miracle, maybe. No chance that'll ever happen. 10 versus 14. They would have 24. And well, you know the funny part about that? The Mike versus Mike, 6 times 7 is what, 42. Switch that around, you get 24. 10 versus 14. Drake May versus Sam Darnold. Wow. Wouldn't that be crazy if that happened? I mean, no, well, it's going to happen. But there it goes for those I want to know. Mike versus Mike. Mike versus Mike. Yeah, and Drake May's wife and Mike and Michael. So we got a Michael. A Michael going on. How convenient. So it's official, guys. There it go. There it go. Seattle versus Patriots. Part 2. Patriots, Seattle. Super Bowl Part 2. This will be very, very interesting. Anybody that caught the 5.5 in the in play, you're welcome. They cover. The Rams cover with the 5.5. I'm sorry, in play of the game. There you go. Super Bowl 49 rematch 11 years later. Right? And there you go. Number 2 seed versus the number 1 seed. There goes the good old 3. So if you know what's so crazy? You want to know what's so funny about that? Right? You want to know what's so funny? The 14. The difference between 1 and 4 is what, people? In the chat. The difference between 1 and 4 is 3. We get a 3 Super Bowl. Patriots. Sam Darnold. Now, people. Yes, that's 3. Sam Darnold ghost game. Like I said, Sam Darnold ghost game. It was against the Patriots. I guarantee you're going to hear about it. Sam Darnold ghost game against the Patriots. You're going to hear about it. Crazy. Anyone that caught the 5.5, congratulations. Fourth Super Bowl, 0-4. 0-4 versus the Pats? Huh? What you mean? Who's 0-4 against the Pats? Oh, Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold's 0-4 against the Pats, right? That's what you're saying? 11 years later, Seattle ties it 1-1. That's a good one. That's a good one. That's a good one. I really just want this line to go for New England though. That's the only thing about it. Made 3 bands off of the 5. So you made 3 bands off of that 5.5, huh? Keep making y'all this goddamn money like that. 5.5. Never fails. I keep trying to tell y'all about that. Nobody else would give y'all that. Nobody else. Nobody else would give y'all 5.5. They usually keep that a secret. Ivan says, what the hell is this? Like, seems like no one's happy about this matchup. So you might as well have Sam Darnold win the game. You got to have Sam Darnold win the game. Yep, the 2014 season rematch, be fired. Seattle 4th Super Bowl. Look at that. Look at that. Wow, I guess we have to talk about this live on our next live. What's today? Today is Sunday. On Tuesday, Wednesday, I guess we have to go over this live again. Right? I guess we have to go over this live again. Seahawks, NFC champs. I guess we got to go over that, right? Seahawks, NFC champs. It actually happened. 14 all over the place. 14 all over the place. Wow. Damn. One whole fucking year. 1 year. And that shit hit. Now, must I post this up again? Number 14, Sam Darnold fails to get the number 1 seed. Like I said, what happens next year when he gets it with another team? Vikings end up 14-4. That 14 crap. And this was January 6, 2025. 1 year later. And number 14 is in the Super Bowl.
Are you fucking serious?
Wow. Wow. Look at that shit. Shout out to all y'all. Wow. 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 I really can't say wow. This is a good one. Seattle Seahawks in the Super Bowl. Hold on. Come on. My fault, y'all. Can't stand that shit. Where's it at? Come on. There you go. Well, you guys see that on the screen. Damn. Shout out to Darnold. Sam Darnold right there. Sam Darnold right there. Seattle's opened up as a 4.5 favorite. The 666 thing is expect some evil shit to go on. He's from California. And he went to USC. Sam Darnold. Now look at that. I think he's gonna win the Super Bowl. He's gonna win that Super Bowl. Look at that. You see it on the screen. Sam Darnold, number 1. Can't say nothing. There you go. Number 14. After the Super Bowl, we could put the whole 14 thing to rest. Number 14. We could put that whole 14 thing to rest. Right? Who else is new here? Anybody else is new here? Can I show y'all something from a Seahawk? From a former Seahawk? Don't say y'all. I ain't take that shit down. Don't say y'all took that down. No, I still got it. Don't be stupid now. Oh, there you go. So I mean, I do want to show y'all. Can I show y'all? Anybody in the chat? I'll show y'all right now. Y'all remember this I posted up about the Seahawks?
Beautiful family, Sean. Wow.
Oh, that's so
Oh my
wild.
gosh.
So I wasn't, we're just now starting to tell people, but number 14 is in the belly. Yeah, you're the first one I've told on TV. So on this live. So we're just now starting to tell everybody. So we have had 10 girls, 3 boys. My oldest son, the 4th overall, Joseph, is a sophomore in high school. And you know,
This beautiful family, Sean. Wow.
Sean Alexander. You know who he played for? Oh yeah, and there go another Sean. Huh. Yeah, another Sean. You want to know who he played for? He played for the Seattle Seahawks.
Are you fucking serious?
Yeah. I'm about to email you. You can't hear the chat. Oh, you can't hear the chat. So, as you guys see, number 14 in the belly. For anybody that's new, anyone that's new here, I posted this towards the beginning of the season about the Seattle Seahawks. Sean Alexander, a former Seattle Seahawk. And yeah, I could play it again if anybody missed it.
This beautiful family, Sean. Wow.
oh, that's so
Oh my
wild.
gosh.
So I wasn't, we're just now starting to tell people, but number 14 is in the belly. Yeah, you're the first one I've told on TV. So on this live. So we're just now starting to tell everybody. So we have had 10 girls, 3 boys. My oldest son, the 4th overall, Joseph, is a sophomore in high.
There you go. There you go. There you go. Now you see. Bro was saying 14. Darnold was too obvious. Number 14, people. And there you go. Told you guys this last year. Be careful with them. Right? I hated that it had to be Rams and Seahawks in the end. That was the only messed up part. That's the only messed up part. That's the only thing I didn't like. Rams and Seahawks in the end. Didn't like this matchup in the end. It should have been like maybe a divisional or some shit like that. Not the end. But we said Seahawks. The beginning of the season, Seahawks. Sam Darnold. I said this was going to happen. Sure enough. Man, Sam Darnold. Right here. In this Super Bowl. This is last year's tweet. I wasn't screaming no cheek. Everybody in the chat, listen to what he said. Jas Wiry, because you said something else that, bro, you once faded the money and script like me. Now you trying to get all Zach, which I don't know what that mean. You B-Fire, you said last year you were screaming Chiefs. Could somebody in the chat, anybody in the chat that rocks with me, please let this dude know. Confirm if I was screaming Chiefs last year.
Are you fucking serious?
Matter of fact, you said, because you know he's lying, right? You know he's lying. Last year to win the Super Bowl, right? Because I don't know if are you talking about the Super Bowl game or you talking about all season? Because you said I said Chiefs. Okay. Should I go back to the lives? Because I know you're lying. Hold on. I never said that exactly, King. I know that. I know that he said that I said Chiefs. Anybody in the world should know I'm the last person that's going to say that of last year. If you're talking about another year, all the years they won it, yeah. But if you said I said Chiefs last year, you know you bugging. You know you're bugging. There's not nobody in the world that can prove that I said Chiefs last year. Hold on. I don't know if he understands that. Go into the lives. They don't. That's why I say he don't listen. He's just, matter of fact, he's probably just talking to talk. You know he don't listen. He said, I said Chiefs last year to win a Super Bowl. Anybody knows I'm one of the Chiefs' biggest haters. I only pick the Chiefs when it's necessary. You know damn well what? And that's how I know if he was reading the titles of the of my lives, he didn't actually listen to the lives. He didn't listen to when I was like, there was one live where I said the Chiefs is winning the Super Bowl for the next 10 years. Obviously, I was being stupid and funny, right? But if anybody, the Chiefs, you may want to check out my lives from last season. You may want to check that out. Let me see. I've been saying that the Chiefs, exactly. He's probably just talking. He's probably just talking to talk because there's no way on earth anybody could say I said the Chiefs. No, I'm not. You're normally on point 99% of the time. Show me where I said the Chiefs last season. No, I understand that. But I'm talking about the Chiefs part. Tell me where I said the Chiefs last season. There's no way I said the Chiefs was winning the Super Bowl last season. I was on a but listen, Jay, I was on a big campaign run. He's probably thinking of therapy from Lobo's Live. If he's talking about Lobo's Live, that's probably what he thinks. Maybe that's probably what he thinks, because there's no way anyone that rocks with me knows me, no chance in hell that I say the Chiefs last year, because I was one of the biggest components that was against the Chiefs. I kept saying no chance in hell the Chiefs was going to win the Super Bowl last year. Everybody was tired of me saying that shit. Come on now. Yeah, come on. There's no way. I feel offended because me saying the Chiefs last year, that was the year that they were supposed to three-peat last year. You know how I feel about three-peats in football. They posted a picture of Sam Darnold seeing ghosts. No bullshit. Look what I'm saying. See what I just said? See what I just said? See what I just said? Let's see. Look. Sam Darnold seeing ghosts. Hold on. Sam Darnold seeing ghosts. Look at this. Let me see. Whoa. Sam Darnold seeing ghosts. I gotta go research that. I see what I'm saying? See? See? Come on, Jay. Come on, you know better than that, baby. You know that. I just listen. It's no beef. Yeah, we good. I I get offended when people say that Chief shit because everybody know I was a big component of that shit. I try to campaign to tell people Chiefs no chance in hell, but nah. Shout out to you. I just had to let that be known, Jay. Like, no. I don't want to be responsible for ever saying the Chiefs was gonna win, gonna complete that three-peat. Hell no. Now look at this bullshit. I told you they was gonna bring up this whole ghost shit. Look at that. If Sam Darnold wins this game against the Rams, you're going to see a lot of talks of his infamous I see ghost game that was against the Patriots. Does he get revenge against the Patriots in the Super Bowl? I wrote that an hour ago before the game was over. The game was still close at that time. I already knew that was going to happen. I already knew that they was going to do this. I already knew that they was going to do this. Yes, the opening line is 3.5. No, none of them's going to be the next Dynasty, Nick. None of them. Hell no. None of them. I like that. Chief says with the LA Rams loss, the Mike Shanahan coaching tree has officially been eliminated. Finally, I never liked them anyway. Yeah, they all need to be done. Yep. On Gmail, Jazz Wiry, bro. Do me a favor, Jazz. Do me a favor, Jazz. You see the email right there on the top, right? Send me a message right now on that. Send me a message on that. It's gonna be right there. Send me your email right on that. It's on the top. You see it right there. So now, now that we know what it is, people. All right, good looks. Now that it's official, people, it is what it is. Now we can start going on lives and start figuring out who's gonna win this game. Seattle versus New England. Now, I tell you this, it's going to be revenge is something that they're going to talk about a lot. They're going to talk about the whole revenge thing a whole lot. So we have to be careful for that. Right? We got to be careful. Seahawks, Patriots, the line is 3.5. I'm just still worried about if they're going to who's going to win. I got to see where this money's going to go. With the public, with just who. That's the big thing. That's the big thing. Do you think Matt Stafford will retire? Well, he needs to retire. He's not going to win a Super Bowl ever again now. He's not going to win no Super Bowl. It's over now. The window's closed. He's not going to win next year. It's going to be in LA. That's not going to happen. When it goes to Mercedes-Benz Stadium or something, I think it's going back to Georgia right after that, the next year. Right, Super Bowl 62 or some shit like that. He's gonna keep aging out. He should retire. He's done. And I did say, if he doesn't win this game, he's not gonna. You can't put him over Aaron Rodgers. So Aaron Rodgers' legacy gets saved again, because if he would have won, Aaron Rodgers' legacy would have went down even more. Nah. So I guess Aaron Rodgers' legacy is saved, and for the fact that they both played in the NFC North. Drake may have 41 passing yards at halftime. You see that bullshit? Right? So this was a fun ass live. Now, I'm gonna if anybody wanna hit me up and all that shit as well, besides the email, I'm gonna be on Twitter. I'm gonna hop on Twitter in a couple minutes. I'm gonna see all the bullshit. Mind you, people, like I said, you're gonna hear about the Sam Darnold shit, seeing ghosts. We spoke about this already. Now you see them talking about it. We hit shit before they do. They just have a bigger platform. Always remember that. I think the NFL is on to you. They know you was right on the money. They didn't want your work to get noticed, so they made the different call. If I had, so crazy King, if I had more people, you know what I'm saying? Like if I had more people, a bigger reach, it could definitely mean something. Right? But I think the storylines and a lot of things I say have been stolen on the big platforms because I hear it on TV. Absolutely. Absolutely. A lot of takes that these podcasters do, like the former players and shit like that, they take it and they soften it up. They just don't talk about the whole rigging, but they take storylines for sure. That's why I always talk about these storylines in advance, because I already know that they're going to talk about it. Sure enough, they've been doing that all season. Good looks with the email, Jay. Right? Absolutely, they do that. I really do think that I'm being like listened to by like somebody, right, that doesn't comment or anything, and they listening to what's going on, and they run with those storylines. They got a bigger reach. You can't beat their bigger reach. Once my reach gets way bigger, they're gonna have to pay me to stop. You gotta stop saying this. You gotta stop saying this stuff you're saying, or here, we're gonna pay you some money to get with this sports betting company, and you can advertise them, but please don't be giving those secrets out.
Are you fucking serious?
But that whole Ram shit. But no. But here's the thing about that, King. I always, for those that's listening, let me make this clear. I always put the Rams there by default. Right? Let me make that clear. Right? Because yes, the last couple of weeks people did hear me say yes, the Rams. I always put the Rams there by default, no matter what. No matter who was there. So they was always going to be on default. I have lives in the beginning of the season saying that. But if people ask me, besides the default that's always there, what team was I rocking with to go to the Super Bowl if it's not my default? And as you guys know, it was the Seattle Seahawks. And Sean, that's the reason why I didn't like this game. You know, I didn't like this game because it's like, damn, my default is there, and the team that, besides my default that I'm rooting for is Seattle, they have to face each other to make it. I didn't like this game. I ain't like it. I would have had rather one of them get eliminated. So, sure enough, it is what it is. It is what it is for me. I'm not sweating. That's good for me. Right? But now, that running with the whole Sam Darnold ghost shit, they're gonna talk about this shit so much, and I hate it. Because we got on this shit, what, like an hour and a half ago. You know what I'm saying? My fault. So, I was on the Sam Darnold hype train since last year. Sure enough, he's in the Super Bowl. Because I always said, people always argue with me, I don't see him making the Super Bowl. I said, if somebody can make the Super Bowl, it's going to be Sam Darnold. It's going to be somebody that you don't think is going to make the Super Bowl. Sam Darnold played for the 49ers too. Remember, he was a backup for Purdy. Sam Darnold. What was it? Before the Vikings, right? Some shit like that. That's where he was. So now he gets to win the Super Bowl there. And he also gets to do it inside in his division. Right? So this is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna go see what they talk about on Twitter, because you know it's gonna be nuts on Twitter. There's probably gonna be a lot of podcasts live right now. You know, I'm talking about the ones in the industry, in the sports industry. They all live right now talking about the shit. Hey, Sam Darnold ghost game, bro. The revenge. Try to tell people about that shit. So there you go. Tomorrow I'm thinking about going live too. I got a nice one. We're gonna be talking about the Super Bowl until the Super Bowl. We got some things to talk about. Shout out to all my guys in the chat. This one was a fun one. Like I said, I'm gonna hop on Twitter and see what's up, right? But yo, is it rigged? Is it scripted? Is it fixed? Seattle Seahawks. They actually do it. You tell me.